What's up, y'all?
Welcome back to Losers Quest.
Hype.
What up, G?
Alright, as always, your boy Albie, aka Lois. No one else wants to say
Everybody else is shy.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah.
Sergio, aka Eddie.
Eddie, aka Big E.
Big E? What?
I
What?
said baby E, homie.
Big E. Big E.
Oh, Mike's aka the Za.
The Za.
Yeah.
What? So what's our topic today? I guess it's one I said, but we're gonna get bashed on it later. Fuck, what was it again? Adult nerd. What the heck are we?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little like I gotta get up because I don't know why. I just got tired. But anyways,
Come on, like cut your fruit, man. Let that
that's
sugar
probably,
rush.
that's totally why. Yeah, so that's gonna be our topic for today. But we're gonna go into a week recap right quick. Who wants to start this?
You said you had the most epic week, so you started.
I didn't
That's
have
why you
the
should
most
save it for
epic.
last, dog.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, well, I'll start. Mine was pretty weak. Just yeah, just had an emotionally exhausting week. Just dealing with a lot of stress. Didn't go into my morning job so I could like recoup. Just dealing with, friends and, just being distant. Got that squared out.
yeah. He squared us
Yeah.
up. Like, let's go, dog.
Run this fade.
Then just,
You don't want
I
the
did,
smoke, son.
I downloaded, Alan Watts' Essential Lectures, so I've been listening to that. Gone through like 4. It's pretty cool. The guy's funny as hell. Also watch A Scanner Darkly again. It's based off a Philip K. Dick story, and I just forgot just all the great actors that were in there, and they're just hilarious. You got Robert Downey Jr., Woody Harrelson, and those guys just make that movie.
Isn't it Keanu as well?
Yeah, Keanu's in it. He's the main guy.
Free him.
Man, but yeah,
It's
definitely
not
recommend
captured.
watching that. And of course, I watched the Invaders Zim movie, only like 30 minutes, but from the 30 minutes I saw, it was great.
Enter the floor bus.
You're not hyped as I am for this movie.
Flirt me, then.
Yeah, I was.
Lord me, daddy. Oh, yeah. Who wants to go next?
The quad.
The
I
clock.
gotta go next.
Because I'm trying to remember what I did this week.
Alright, whatevers. So, I'm kidding. I saw Good Boys, and it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
I see promising from the trailers.
Yeah, that's the problem. If you saw the trailer, you saw the movie.
Dang.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, yay! I saw the joke in the trailer. Yay! I saw the joke in the trailer. I was like, alright, cool. No. Whatevs. I recently got engaged. So,
Marcus,
We already got our suits. Let's go.
Yeah.
no, we don't. So,
we still need to set up, the Wild Boys night out.
we're still trying to figure out who
So,
all
Shades, if you're out there, give us some numbers.
Shout out to 2016 for legalizing gay marriage. You did it, Marcus.
I will smack the fuck out of you.
He's not saying no.
I didn't say no, but I will smack the fuck out of you.
Alright, he finally said that.
Alright.
But yeah, I'm just trying to figure out who's on.
Why you say that, Marcus?
Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to figure out who's on my groomsmen gonna be and
Oh, man.
wherever it's gonna be at.
Alright.
Other than that, pretty chill week.
Alright. You got this, or do you want me to jump?
Yeah,
in?
no, I'm good, I'm good.
Alright.
This week, another epic week of working and napping.
Nice.
But, I played the oldest games I own for no reason. I played Naruto Ninja Storm 2, even though they're like up to 4. Ever since that Naruto episode we had, I've been kind of binging Naruto shit.
For real, same
Yeah.
here.
Been watching old episodes and playing the games.
I just been skipping through all the fights on YouTube. I'm like, this was dope.
You
I wish
have
it
to.
didn't have so much filler so I could
Oh,
get to these
God.
when the show was on.
One day, if I retire, I'm gonna re-edit the whole series and condense it into like 30 episodes.
Nice.
You probably could.
Honestly.
That shows so much filler.
Honestly, yeah.
And then I played some Arkham Knight Batman.
You only play that for the achievements.
I did it for, not achievements, for Microsoft Rewards, which is dope. That's why I get free games, free money. They're
Yeah,
not a
I
sponsor,
can ask
but
you
hook
about
us
that
up.
later.
Yeah, we'll talk after.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Microsoft.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, please.
We need it. I need an Xbox.
Let's start with mics. We need a mic.
Hey, oh,
And I too saw Invader Sim Into the Floor Piss. Had a hot date. She was ugly. 2 out of 10 would date Marcus again. I saw Marcus and Eddie, so don't. So I'm not ugly shaming them. They're just not attractive.
I don't think you appreciated me laying sexily out of bed.
Shit!
I was,
And then knocked you out.
but then he fell asleep before I could make my move. So that's more of a fault on me.
Yeah, you waited too long, man.
Yeah, I know.
So me,
Pictures are gonna go up on the Patreon.
always, dog.
Patreon.com/LuciusQuest.
I started a new animus called Demon Slayer. Let me try to pronounce the Japanese one. It's gonna be horrible. Kimetsu no Yaiba, the manga by Goyoharu Gotoge. Oh no, it's
Just
awesome.
pronounce it in Spanish.
I don't know. It's fucking
Anyway.
awesome. Like, you guys should check it out if you get a chance. I finished Dark season 2. I'm waiting for season 3, but that show is such a mindfuck, dude. It's so good. Oh my god.
Question.
You still need to watch it.
Because I saw a clip of what is it, Demon Slayer?
Yeah.
The fight scene looked amazing.
Dude, the fights.
I
Yeah.
want to watch it.
I would
Where
recommend
can I
it.
watch it?
I don't know if I could say that on here, but I'll
Okay.
tell you later.
Okay.
I'm watching it on Funimation.
Oh, if you have like legit channels, then he's the guy.
Oh, okay.
We're not gonna shout out like illegal stuff like Pornhub.
But dude,
It's not
yeah.
porno.
Besides that one, you should check out
Nothing,
Dark.
but I have found anime there.
What?
Hey, people know what they want.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I found the Dragon Ball Z movie there.
Yeah.
Nice.
What?
So you could go
Shout
there
out.
for a legitimate reason.
Myra, I swear, I'm only on here to watch anime.
With 30 tabs open.
Oh, this is gonna be my beginning. I need something for in between where I'm about to finish. That's a finisher clip right there. You know what sucks when you're about to finish, but then you accidentally close the finishing clip, and then you're like, "Fuck, I gotta start over." Nah, all right, let's just Sergio then.
Shout out to that legend.
But no, seriously, check out Dark. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
I also started Cannon Busters. I guess this is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, could technically be considered one of the actually true American animes because it's based off an American comic by LaShawn Thomas. So there you go. It's Netflix. They production or they own the license or some shit. I forgot, but it's a Netflix original. Whatever. I would recommend it. I think Marcus would definitely love it since you love Voltron and Power Rangers. If you haven't checked it out, the only thing.
Oh, I know what it is. I saw
Yeah.
the ad for it. I didn't see the trailer, but I know.
I would honestly give
I
it.
saw the trailer.
Yeah,
too.
I
Is
give
it
it.
about like the robot lady.
Yeah.
Okay,
Honestly,
cool.
it's not the best thing in the world, but for me, it was something cool just to have there. Like, I can pay attention to it when I want.
That
not super crazy.
transforming like car though.
yeah.
I kind of dig that.
You can. I mean, I honestly give it like a 6, 7 out of 10.
But that's
not
what
the
made
best
me
thing in the world.
worried too, because I'm like,
I was gonna say this. They have the English dub, but honestly, I don't want to be like the dub versus sub leads, but honestly, the English dub of it is pretty bad.
no, I believe you. Sometimes
yeah,
it's like
it's-
some animes are
This
unwatchable.
one, yeah,
because-
this one's pretty bad. So I was sad because then I wanted to continue watching it, so I just switched it back to Japanese, and it was so much better. Oh, it was
That's
a
how
little.
you get your reading in,
It
boys.
was a little disappointing because I wanted to watch it in English, but oh well. But also the best thing was yesterday when I saw the same movie y'all did, but I went to the fan screening at the
Ooh,
the
fancy.
Frida what do you call it, cinema down in Santa Ana to watch Invaders Zim Enter the Florpus. Got to
No,
see
we
Joe.
would have been in there with you, but you sent us.
I dropped the ball, my bad.
I didn't
But
drop the ball. You
I
just sent it late, just on purpose.
I saw John and Vasquez. I didn't get to really say hi because he seems like he's like, you know, he was going from one place to the other side of one trip, but you know, goth daddy forever. You guys, they also had a Q&A at the end. Also, I love the movie. It was fucking awesome. And I went with my brother and it was just an awesome experience. Do you guys want to know how they came up with the name Florpus? He actually told us. It was pretty
How?
stupid. Do you guys, it was actually Queer Eye. Do you remember?
What? For
Do you
real?
remember the first season, that white guy with the beard? I don't know. It's like very specific. I
That
don't
you
know if you
can't
remember.
call ugly, man?
I don't know, but he was pretty old, and then he had like
Yeah.
lupus, and then
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
They're like, "What is that you got there?" And then he said that the way he said it, like, "That's my lupus." So then they just went off of it and continued on. So that's my, they're just like, "That's my dorpus, that's my this," and they just said so many different words, and then eventually they started messing around with it, and then they just came up with the word florpus from that, and then it's like, that's it, that's the
Wow.
fucking name, and he just wrote it everywhere. But it was so awesome. We got to I forgot his name, Richard Hosvix, the voice actor for Zim, he unfortunately wasn't there. He was in a convention, but he was there via Skype on the big stream, along with Melissa. I forget her last name, but she was the voice of Gaz. They did have the voice of Gur. I don't remember his name either, but he was there. And it was so awesome. They just got up there and they're just talking and like, this is so cool. But besides that, school's starting up soon and I already got fucking homework, so that's ending that on a bad note.
Nobody told you to go to a private school.
Shut the fuck up, man. But anyways, jump into our topic of the day. So do you want to roast this now or do you want to save that for later, Sergio?
No, it'll come up. I don't think it's a now thing.
I don't necessarily disagree with you. I do agree with that on that.
Because it's
you guys,
factually correct.
You guys will find out what we're talking about. But the topic again, adult nerd. What the heck are we? And we're gonna discuss a bit of our lives as adults, or what the closest thing to being an adult
Right.
we are. We out here trying. We out here trying, but we're at the heart of the stuff. At the heart of it all, we're all a bunch of fucking nerdy, geeky motherfuckers. So it's just a disembargation of how we. I always forget that word. How do you fucking pronounce it? Disembargation.
Just use words that you're
Anyways,
comfortable using.
I'm comfortable with it, but I completely forget.
Not if you can't say it, bro.
I'm comfortable with it. Doesn't mean I know how to pronounce it. There's a difference.
That means you're not comfortable with it, Lois.
No, that means I'm okay with it.
If you can't pronounce it, it's not in your vocabulary.
It's not in my vocabulary, but it doesn't mean I'm not comfortable with it.
It's debatable.
We digress.
Depends.
I'm comfortable with that word.
It depends on your definition of comfortable. Because when you say uncomfortable, makes me feel weird. Like, it doesn't make me feel weird. It's just like I can't fucking. I always forget how to pronounce it.
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're uncomfortable enough that you never learn how to pronounce it properly.
I always do, but then I forget. Like last time I tried it on the last podcast. I went home, looked it up, and like I'm gonna get this right, and then I just fucked it up. So that's awesome. Anyways,
You gotta try it under pressure.
I do, and I fucking failed. Man, and y'all roasting me did not help at all. So, actually, do you guys want to start off with define? Each of us can go around and define what nerd or geek is. So, who wants? Anyone want to start? Well, what does nerd mean to you? Or geek, I guess. Do you guys want to just get that out the way? Get rid of nerd and
let's
geek?
do it. Let's do it.
All right, so nerd. All right, so the whole thing is the differences between a nerd and geek. Sergio, take it away.
Well, there's this thing where everyone says, "Oh, are you a nerd or a geek?" Like, "Oh, well, I'm more into this series or that, so I'm more of a nerd." It's like, no, you're still just a geek. Nerds are more intellectual. Their heroes come from science and math.
And
Their
smart.
humor
Usually
comes
pretty
from
fucking smart.
clever words and clever things having to do with scientists. Nerds are into the smarter things in life. They're into scientists, math, new research, things like that. Geeks are into all the fandoms that you know of. Game of Thrones, Harry Potter, Star Wars, video games, comic books, card game, board games, all geeks.
So
Yeah.
But society has
I actually
has given everyone nerd and geek.
I know, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's nerd. Everyone's just kind of like accustomed to saying nerd. I am too, but yeah, we're fucking geeks.
We're
but
taking geek back.
I actually saw this video where this they were talking about. I forgot the guy's name, but he made a program to go through a bunch of different like posts online, and automatically get like a bunch of phrases that said nerd and geek, and just separate them by different what they said, and it basically said what Sergio said. Like the intellectuals are more nerdy. Like anything associated with the word nerd was a lot more like on the nerdy, smarter side, and all the geeky stuff was definitely more on the fandoms and stuff. So technically, scientifically correct, I guess. So there you go. We're geeks. So let's go around and define geek. What does it mean to you? Oh, you're starting it. All right. Hell yeah. Get on
yeah.
He's
This
basically answering all the questions.
this
for us.
isn't in the camera.
Drop us with that knowledge.
But everyone looked directly
Oh,
at me when
powerful
you said
geek.
that. I don't know. For me, I think geek is pretty much I don't want to make it sound cooler than it is, because you're not cool if you're a geek. Let's be
As much as society says now.
No, you're pretty cool, but geeks are more open with fascination with fiction, works of fiction. They find relatability in things, just stories, things that don't exist. They find comfort in stories with heroes and worlds that, just encompass and escapism.
Escapism for the win.
Video games, board games, you're distracted from your lives and you're more invested into settings, stories, and just whatever overall is going on. Whereas in the normal people, you know, they just live life. I don't know how they do it. Kudos to beer, I guess.
Yeah.
But geekdom's harder to define now because everyone's part geek.
Yeah, to be
Like
honest.
90% of the people
Yeah.
now like that. But yeah, for me, it's quite simple. Geek is just a thing that defines people who find escapism or just love worlds that don't exist or things that don't really relate to anything else except for what they are.
Yeah, man.
They reach out emotionally to themselves and mentally to themselves, but they're just stories that keep us going.
Yeah. Heard that.
Yeah.
I don't think I have much to add to that. Does anyone else? 'Cause
No, that's
pretty
really
much it.
solid.
Solid.
And like
I was
you
expecting like, oh, I like
yeah.
anime or some
Yeah,
shit. Like, all right.
Sarah said, it's everybody has a bit of geek in them nowadays, and like I'm in like I sometimes feel like I'm in the center of like leaning towards geek and nerdy because my thing that I like to read on, which is
Thinks he's smart.
Yeah,
just, I said lean. I'm not saying I'm
Trying to
like
sound
all the
cool.
way onto one side, but it's just like one topic which I really just do a lot of reading on, which is just psychology. Like I open, psychology books, read through them. Like I mentioned earlier, I've been reading Ernest Beck's Denial of Death, which is one of the essential like psychology books that deals with just societies and why things are set up a certain way, and they go really in depth about death denial and how that basically creates a hero complex in humanity, and that's why we start wars and have immortality projects that we do and try to sustain. So like I step into that, and one of my favorite magazines, Psychology Today, and like Alan Watts too, he touches on psychology, but he's more of like he's a philosopher. What's that other? He's a philosopher, theologist, and all that. So like I mess with that stuff, but then it's like I also need that escapism. So I'm like, this got too real. Let me curve back and
Anything
enjoy a big
Nintendo
world.
just jumps on it.
Yes,
Nintendo!
yes, like feeling that like accomplishment that I can't get through like going to school because I freaking bomb at it at times. So like I swerve back into things that I know I'm easily able to get that sense from, which is like playing a video game, playing it from start to finish, or like Splatoon, trying to get to that rank X that Sergio's like disapproving me on right now. He's gonna disown me because I haven't uploaded any new clips.
I just couldn't relate, bro. Straight A's.
Yeah.
Don't look at my transcript though. That'll break down. That's a lie.
Yeah. Oh man, and then
Until then, it's true.
Nothing lower than the C. Let's be real.
He's like, God, I graduate.
Yeah.
and then trying to get good at like chess, but I'm total garbage, and then card games. Yeah. So it's like
I
I'm
feel
always
that.
like teetering in and out of it.
I think for me, I'm teeter-tottering. I think I'm always there, but I think one of my loves that I think kind of go hand in hand is music now too. So that's pretty cool. Like the whole music culture definitely I feel like is embracing that geek culture too. And in a way, they probably always were. But I think it's more relevant now. I think one of the things I do kind of hate is that whole that whole geeky look that people try to go for purposely.
Oh god.
And I'm
Be
not
yourself.
It's like I don't mind it. I mean, do dress how you want, but it just
With
feels
your
like.
glasses.
But I'm just not a fan of that.
Will be up
and,
on the Patreon.
Yeah.
and I know, right? Fuck no, these things are expensive. Fuck y'all. Glasses are expensive.
I already promised them to the business. I'm sorry.
Damn it, George is gonna bid on them.
Bro. Don't worry, we'll give him Steve's Ray-Bans. He has them picked up from my house.
There you go.
Nice.
But no, I'm not a huge fan of that, and the reason I say this is because when I do go to shows, I'm not saying that they're not geeks or anything, but it's just like oversaturated. Everyone's just trying to go for the certain look and that whole geeky stuff, but try to make it popular, and it's like, I don't know, you just dress how you want, and then not try to conform to whatever is popular, and geek style is geek style, and just let us have this. So that's
You sound sad. It's like, don't take my identity. Make it cool.
Alright, you guys, it got a little cut off. But we have two special guests.
Returning guests.
Returning
from
guests.
episode 4, 1997, Circa Circa Olay. We got Special K and Jason.
Bloodbath.
No, I watched half of that episode. I heard half of the episode. Still need to finish it. It was
Damn,
great.
dude, you're not giving us
Alright,
fucking
and
views.
Calvin, I know you don't listen to the episode because in the description I called you Special K. I'm okay. I hope you're okay with that. But that's my favorite cereal because it means I love you.
I thought it was K-Dog.
I know.
You're everything, dog.
Special K, what's good?
Special K, K dog.
Isn't Special K a drug?
I hope so.
No.
Yeah. There's fun fact.
I hope they sprinkle it on my cereal.
Fun fact. There's actually a song called "Special K" by Placebo. It's a good song. Good band. Anyways.
Wait, there's a song called Special K
Is
by
it
a band
about
called
placebo or is
Placebo?
it
Yes.
by the band? Okay.
So are they implying that their drugs are weaker than no one? I mean, everyone else?
You're reading way too into it.
That's just not the plan.
Yeah, but anyways, we were talking about, we were actually defining our versions of, we were defining geek. Edgar said a couple stuff and I said a couple stuff. Do you guys want any, how do you,
Do you guys want to
someone
do
help
your
me, I'm
recap
like,
of your week?
yeah, recap of your week.
Yeah, these are more hood guests, so they could talk about how they're in the hood and still geeks. Let's
And,
be real.
First of all, not the point.
Let's be
Second
real.
of all-
That's a fun fact.
Yeah, true.
I'm 6'8" and black, by the way.
No, he's not.
Marcus, let me.
Yeah, he's only
Let him live.
He's only 6'2".
I'm only 6'7".
Hey, he had to take that inch away from me. What the
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah,
dog?
that's-
Greedy.
Friend,
But yeah, you guys want to jump in on your week?
Do you guys have a week recap?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be much. You just like what you did this week.
Shit, I couldn't put that in the front.
Oh, have you seen Cannon Busters?
My nigga. You, yeah.
No, but like I want your opinion on that because I give it like a 6-7 out of 10 to be honest. But did you watch it in Japanese or English?
I watch it English sub, but
Did you try it in English because it was so bad?
I can't do English. Nothing.
Well, no, I'm talking about specifically for this one. I know like a lot of it. I know I feel like you're dubbing
Kenichi's
it.
world's greatest
I can't.
disciple
Nothing.
ruined all dubbing.
I love dubs to be
Nothing,
honest.
no.
I love dubs because it's easier to watch.
No, Kenichi, the world's greatest disciple, was the worst dubbing ever, and after that one, fuck dubbing.
I don't know. This one's
I
bad.
started off with
Like-
English.
But Cannon Busters
I
is
switched
alright.
over.
But anyways,
They had a Thai character with a Russian accent.
that's tight.
So he was this Thai kickboxer that looked like, it sounded like straight Zangief.
Nice.
That sounds like a good thing.
It was good until
You're not hurting the cause.
Start off with your week, Jason.
Long week.
I mean, you know, you can give us the clip notes. Or just say, my week is long.
Yeah, my week was long.
Alright,
And
For my cliff now, I just gave that a
General
play like two
stru-
things and watch one thing. So.
Alright,
You don't gotta be too.
Bloodbath.
Wait, why am I
Special
bloodbath now? You're a bloodbath.
Yeah.
Don't you put your nickname on me, Marcus?
Yeah, say his name because you can't point at him. This thing. Marcus is the
Special
original
cook?
bloodbath.
no.
Or Darkest.
Because when we met him, he arose from a bathtub full of blood.
True story. True story.
That's not a true. Can I just add flavors to Kelvin's Special K? Could he be like
Maybe,
red berry?
but let him go through his week. Let him go through
Strawberry.
his week.
Just cranberry.
Strawberry is my favorite one.
But yo, Special K here. What's good?
Oh, shit, he
So
went
far,
What a loser.
anime. I've been watching a ton of anime.
You're back on the anime binge?
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh.
Dude, Cannon Busters.
Last time you were on the thing, you were telling me about
DMM?
some live action shit you were watching and shit.
Oh, I'm still on that. Preacher. Preacher's. I actually give Preacher. I'm gonna say 7 out of 8.
So you're going through a
Let me
mixture
say
of
9 out
both,
of
huh?
10. Oh yeah, I'm just.
Alright.
Mixing
Watching
the
Preachers, but they still ain't watched The Boys. I'm just gonna
The Boys is
let me
good.
hit you
man.
with one of these real quick.
Unless you talk to Eddie.
Universal shame on you, son. Okay.
But besides that, my week was good. What's up?
I got caught up with Gata High School. Or I'm catching up with Gata. Korean mangas are interesting.
I don't like Korean mangas.
I'm
My
not a
sister.
fan.
Okay, so my sister, my little sister, she talks shit about me. She talks shit about weebs because they suck. Let's be honest. But she right now is binging the shit out of Cowboy Bebop and reading some Korean
Manhwa.
mangas.
Thank you for proper pronunciation. I've never known.
No,
but
they're
wait,
mangas.
you can't
But
go.
in
You
Korean.
can't binge watch Cowboy Bebop and call someone else a weeb.
Yeah, I know. She's saying
Like-
she hates the idea that she's becoming a weeb.
What?
It's too late
She's
for her.
blaming you.
For the record,
She's
though-
kind of. It is mostly my fault.
Get her to watch.
I treat my household too well. They have access to HBO Now, Funimation, Crunchyroll, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and Netflix. So it's my fault.
So
I gave him the works.
passwords. Hey.
I gave him the works, man.
I hate
Oh, you used to
Manhwa
watch
though.
Megalobox, man.
No.
Dude, it's beast. It's like
What is that?
the dude who
No, I don't care who did it or what's it about.
basically It's a boxing one.
No,
about
no.
dudes who like have to strap like animatronic shit. Like,
Oh, no, God,
dude,
no.
it was the dude.
That's
who,
not where they got the rigs. To
yes,
help them. No.
dude, it's fucking amazing.
No
the
idea.
dude who did Samurai Champloo did this.
Yeah,
the
no.
music is beast. The fucking
Not
art
on
is
my
beast.
Not on
like,
my list,
I'm
fam.
guaranteeing
Hey,
you missing out on that one.
Have you seen Abandoned to the Sacred Beast on Netflix?
Nah.
Alright, Abandoned to the Sacred Beast. 9 out of 10.
Abandoned?
Abandoned to the Sacred Beast. 9 out of 10.
It's an animated?
Yes, it's anime.
Oh, shit. Did it just come out? I've been strong through
All
it.
season 1 is already out.
Oh,
I haven't heard of
Jesus
this
Christ,
either.
me neither.
Oh, it's good.
Alright, might check it
I haven't
out.
had the knowledge.
I know.
Oh, dude,
He bringing it in, dude. He's our new
You stopped
Don.
having the knowledge for a while.
He's
so
our
I
new
stopped
Don,
talking.
dog.
I know. R.I.P. to Don.
I know.
She's been on the BTS grind for the past year and a half, so
God,
she doesn't
dude.
watch anything anymore.
Pretty much.
Not a fucking huge K-popper, man. What the?
Except Blackpink.
Oh, to the abandoned sacred beast.
I made that
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Black
I'm
Pink.
racist. I might edit that out.
To
The abandoned sacred beast.
Do you got the photo? I don't see if I recognize
Yeah,
it.
if I see the image, I might be like, oh, that, but if not.
So far, dope.
Alright.
Well, this is what I found online right here.
Oh, what? Dude, that's... Did it just... when did it come out?
Uh,
On Netflix.
What, this month, actually. Right?
On Netflix.
Netflix has been sneaking some shit under the radar.
Alright, you
Like,
guys
I don't
handle
know.
I ate too much fruit. I gotta go.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, y'all. But anyways, that was... Alright, cool. So this is a quick recap. Do you guys want to define geek for you? What does geek mean to you guys? Sergio, you weren't here for Sergio's explanation, but that pretty much, like, we all agreed that was a pretty great explanation. You're going to have to check out the podcast if you want to see what he said.
Yeah,
But he
so
had a
check
pretty-
out the podcast on the podcast.
Fuck yeah,
Break the fourth wall.
podcastception. But no, I mean, you guys can get your input on it. We just, you know,
Just break
whatever.
the source.
I don't
We
know.
did.
I've really been very adamant about my whole use of just direct, like, targeting names. Like, it's cool that geek and nerd and all those are finally starting to be acknowledged as just regular modes of life. But I'm like, it's like people who spend years talking about dudes in skinny jeans and now they're wearing rainbow ones. Like, I don't like it. No, but that's how I feel. It's like,
I don't wear rainbow ones.
bro, for like 10, 15 years, punk rockers were wearing tight black skinny jeans, and everybody used to say, well, your nuts hurt and all this, that, this. And now every dude is wearing 6 sizes too small and neon pink. And it's cool now. And I don't like that shift. I really don't like the shift of it just being like a dick riding because it's socially acceptable. Because a couple of actors said they like Dragon Ball Z and Naruto now.
Oh, yeah,
But
I
that's
kind of
really
see,
where
I kind
it
of see
came
where
from.
you...
But that's where it came from. It came from people who were like, oh yeah, I used to watch anime when I was a kid. And now
But
it's like,
hold
oh,
on,
well,
let's be more specific. Geek is not just anime.
No, of course, geek.
Yeah,
I think football fans are geeks.
Okay.
Everything is a geek. If you will go so far as to spend $150 on a limited edition anything, you're a geek for it. I don't give a shit.
Valid point, definitely.
But
Like
I can see that.
football helmets, anybody who buys signed autographed t-shirts from concerts from the 80s and 90s, anybody who, if you own a retro old school record player, you're a geek. That's it, because you're a geek for
Audio
music.
geek. Yep.
Exactly. It's fine being a geek. It's just, when is it going to go back to being a negative word? That's what I'm waiting for. It's only a matter of
It
time.
starts with you, bro.
No, but it's only a matter of time.
It
before
started
the-
here
I'm
today.
I'm not wanting it to be a bad word, but I'm just saying as the trends shift. Because let's be real, geeks were geeks for a long time. You were a nerd, you were a geek. That was an insult from the 60s, 50s, till 2000 and around 6. And now it's just the most socially acceptable thing. So it's like, I feel personally, it's kind of like how white bitches are wearing boxer braids, even though we all know it's cornrows. Kinda.
I don't know what that means, but
He got the reference.
Yeah, I
He
got the
reference.
reference. I'm like, yeah.
Like, it's
they're
like-
cornrows.
Yeah, it's like, okay,
Oh,
so
they named it
basically,
something else.
They named
Yeah.
it something else. Like, Kim Kardashian got cornrows and called them boxer braids, and all black people were like, no, those are cornrows. Fuck you. But that's how I feel about fandoms, because let's be real, like, if you watch Red vs. Blue on the first season, and somebody used to make fun of you because this is stupid, why don't you just play the game, and now it's on season, what, like 13, 14, and so
Some
all
shit.
still
I still
running,
don't know.
and that company now has Ruby and a bunch of other stuff that's been produced because people were such a fan of something now. But it wouldn't have been
I
cool.
still can't watch those first couple episodes.
Red
I heard-
vs. Blue?
Yeah.
Oh, you have to really be a fan of that show. Like, there's no story at all. It's just
They
fun.
honestly they loosely graph a story into it, and there's some really hilarious moments, but it is a bit of a grind.
Yeah, you don't get a story until like season 4 or 5.
Something like that.
Wow.
It's pretty.
Carolina.
But the thing is, like,
the story.
The thing is, like,
Texas.
if you,
Just
I think
skip
that's
it.
one of the. No, I think one of the Red versus Blue is something you had to get into when you were young.
Yeah.
Definitely, because I know when I was in high school, it was like I rewatched it a couple, like probably last year before I started school, but the episodes were funny, but not as funny as they were back then, because obviously they're not as funny anymore for me now. But it's definitely something I think you should. It's something good to get into.
Certain punchlines.
Yeah, so it's definitely something to get into when you were young. If you really want to check it out, like Marcus said, you definitely have to skip a couple.
Yeah,
seasons.
it's like watching Shin-Chan. You can watch Shin-Chan now.
Like the thing is, like the production even gets way better towards the end. Like you go from like the little, you've seen it, right? You know, they actually have animated sequences.
I was talking about, like,
Okay.
But
that was like how people used to talk shit on Red versus Blue, but now it's super.
no. He has to watch the podcast if he wants to know what he said.
I heard everything, and I heard that people that watch football are geeks. They're not. They're cooler than you.
Shut the fuck up, Mister. I'm wearing Green Day
Packer
Packers.
shirt right now. He's rocking a Packer shirt right now. Like, if you want to go through the list of fandoms, we've got Mario. What you got right here?
That's right. I'm wearing a Mario shirt.
Some anime shit.
Some anime shit. And then we got
Is that Cloud?
Fake fitness fan
I
over
couldn't see
here.
it. I thought it was Cloud and T. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I'll say.
Alicization?
But if we were to put these three fandoms together, these are three legitimate fandoms. You got a fandom for video games, a fandom for anime, and a nerd for sports.
And
'Cause if you can
I was
remember
about
the
to
score
shout
of
out.
the-
I was about to say a name, but I didn't want to put it on that.
Yeah. If you know the score of the
Shouting out work.
1985 Super Bowl,
But work.
you're a geek.
No, I didn't hear it. No, I think everything's geekdoms, but there's just certain things that are just.
Socially acceptable.
No, there's just certain things that are very. Come on, like dog.
No, but that's what it is. It's
Like
socially
dog, there's not a
acceptable.
body pillow of Aaron Rodgers, which I would.
I'm pretty sure that no, you've got full blown fat heads on your walls.
Yeah, it's giant.
If I'm being honest, I definitely get where you're coming from, but I definitely don't. I prefer my geekness to stay within the sci-fi and fantasy realm and stuff like that. Because if
So
you
you're
get
laying claim to this word?
That's
no,
what I'm saying.
I just prefer
This is
it.
what
I
this
just
is what
prefer
it
it.
sounds like, Lois. He's
You know
like,
what I'm saying?
he's drawing the line.
I'm on the line for. I prefer to be on this side because definitely, like you said, like all that is more like those are the people that used to make fun of us and like kick our asses. So
Not me, bro.
Not me.
Circle was going
What are you
down.
talking
So that's why I like to keep it a little separate.
It's
for
really,
me,
it's
at
really
least.
not separate though, because there has been times.
No, you're right. It's
I agree
definitely
with
not,
Jason where I've been walking through like. One time I think it was me and Kyle. We went to downtown LA with one of our friends, and there was like big ass line randomly, and we're like, "What are you guys waiting in line for?" And they're like, "Oh, there's the new shoe dropping."
Oh, you
Oh,
the
you,
shoe geeks.
me, Victor,
The
Obed.
shoe
Yes,
geeks.
it was
Are
four of
you-
us, right? And
No, you
Obed
know,
showed up
I
later.
want to talk
Victor
about
showed up,
like
yeah.
I would say Star Wars Bucks. That the biggest geeks are sneakerheads because I have never seen someone stay up until 2:00 in the morning for a pair of shoes that are in Japan. That's not even
No, I
a
think it
joke.
was just us,
I had a coworker who came
If-
into
if
work.
Steve was there, he would have been in
6 hours
line, dog.
early
That's when we took all
just
the
so he could
pictures
get on
and
the
the
computer to order some
statues
shoes from
outside of
Japan.
Staples. That's how I know he wasn't there.
Wow.
And then he stayed
He
at
was
work
probably
until
in
he
line,
clocked
huh?
in his shift.
Probably waiting for that invite.
You don't have a fan. That's the fan. That's the biggest geeks, the sneakerheads.
Sneakerheads.
You ain't never seen nobody go nuts over a pair of piece of leather and some strings.
I don't know, dog.
No, well, I think
There's not even a storyline behind tennis shoes.
Sneakerheads aren't the worst though, because I
Have
know
you seen
a
LeBron
lot of
James
people are
going
about
on?
to ambush wherever the hell that Rickmobile's gonna park.
No, but
And
did
they
you hear
do it
about the
worse.
thing that happened to did you hear what happened to the Arizona T
Oh,
Adidas?
it passed already?
Yeah, it already passed.
okay.
No, did you hear what happened with the Arizona T Adidas in New York?
It's still not worse than people.
No, they released
following-
some Arizona T Adidas. Within the first 2 hours, 17 people got robbed, and I think one guy got killed. They shut down the whole thing.
Still not worse than all the
Like
people that went to
they
McDonald's
stopped. I
for
know. I
packets
think
of
he got
Szechuan
beat up.
sauce.
It was
Oh,
robbed
yeah.
because they were selling these Adidas that
Dude,
look like
someone
the
got a
Arizona
car
cans
for that.
for $1.
Yeah.
So you can buy a pair for $1. So this, as soon as it started, shit went ham, and they shut down the whole thing. They said, "We'll try again one day."
Doesn't equate, Doug. Because
Just
that means
raise the price.
No, because that
Just
means
raise
cool
the
people
price.
willing to
The
steal
dollar
showed up, dog.
really got people going
Cool
wild.
people that are willing to steal and kill showed up. That makes them cool.
I mean,
No, but come on, people showed up to McDonald's for Szechuan sauce packets.
Oh,
That
that too.
that was weird. I
Did
never
someone
even
get
got a
stabbed?
packet. Like, did
Did
anybody
someone get
even?
stabbed?
Nope.
I wouldn't be
No, I think
surprised.
someone
Alright.
did get stabbed. Actually.
Someone got a car out of it.
Wouldn't be
though.
surprised.
How does someone get a car out of it?
I forgot what happened, but they basically traded. Like, I'll trade you.
Trade man.
Yeah, trade of. It essentially boiled down to, I'll give you this car for that social package. It's like, all right.
But it was like, yeah, they only made so many. I never even got one.
That's
It was like
where your geekdom
my
goes
God.
too ham and you're making bad life choices.
To be
Like,
fair-
trading a sauce for a car.
To be fair, the car wasn't the best thing. I mean, it was decent, but I mean, yeah,
Still a car, bro.
still a fucking
Car,
car.
bro.
Still a fucking car, though.
It's not a single use item.
But see,
Neither is that
But
package.
that's how I feel
dude.
about
you could
this
get 2 or
thing.
3 uses out of one package.
Yeah, right,
You
all
can
right.
get 3 whole nuggets if you time them right. You can put it on
Dipper
your chicken
scoop,
and you're in
baby.
the game.
Come on, Calvin. I got you woke on them buffalo packets at McDonald's.
That
Oh
buffalo
my
package was
God.
the shit. It's just
Every time I eat buffalo now, I'm just like,
no. They got rid of that habanero one. That was really the best one.
Nah, buffalo.
Yeah, this
fam.
is. No, but that see, but
I
that's.
don't want fucking buffalo.
But even then, it's like, let's be real.
I want a buffalo sandwich.
Bronies. Like, you're gonna go
yeah.
through the list of geekdoms? Like, realistically
Well,
speaking?
I think-
that's
well,
that's
let-
a fandom. Though.
I think we should set a precedent by not trying to rank them. I don't think that's what
No,
it
not
is
saying
about.
rank
though.
them, I'm
No, because
thinking
you're saying like
what's-
this is the best
No, I'm
thing.
just
Like,
saying, I was just saying, like.
no, I know.
almost
I'm
like-
just saying like set that precedent
No, so
because
I'm
I
going
don't.
through the, I'm
That
sorry,
seems
I'm
like
going
too
through my list
combination.
of just
We're
more or
going
less-
into toxic geekdom right now.
Yeah,
I'm going
this is
to-
toxicity.
We're not talking about League of Legends.
Oh,
No, okay.
Stop triggering people.
Okay.
Stop it, Mark.
Hey, let's all chill out. We're not gonna rank things.
I'm not.
We already know brownies are the worst. Let's equate that.
Let's put that on the paper. Leave it. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen the show. It's not that amazing. It's not worth it.
But you don't know what magic and love is.
I've had a baby. I know what love is.
I can confirm this.
Okay, I might not have a baby.
I guess I can't confirm
We don't know
this.
that. I need the tax rates, man. But we're getting away from things. Everything
yeah.
is geekdom. Everything is fandom. But there's just things that are more socially acceptable, and I'm with it.
Yeah.
It's more socially acceptable to see a sport than to cry when did I cry all the time?
Okay, that one movie you showed me, and I was just losing my shit every single moment.
Yeah, then crying over
Oh.
an anime girl not being able to rekindle with her anime boy in your name
Yeah,
because
oh
he
my
didn't write
God.
her name. So I'm just saying, there's things that are more socially acceptable, and that's why things are put into. That's why certain things are more geeky than football. 'cause
And I feel like
football is more athletically, not everyone's gonna do it. If you get into it, it's because it's like seeing things you can't do yourself.
So yeah, I guess that
So
goes down
there-
to me like
it's-
I like to
there's
draw the line
escape-
for
I
myself.
respect that. Because personally, I call it like that. But
I think one of the things that he mentioned earlier was I think for us at least, a lot of it centered around escapism, and again, that's generally a lot of like different types of worlds, so fantasy, sci-fi, and I guess sports can technically be some sort
It's
of
some
escapism, but it's not
it's
as
something
much
that it's so real that could be accomplished, and that
attainable, yeah,
and you
yeah.
can meet the athletes that do it. Like you're never gonna. You can meet the actor who played Legolas, but you're never gonna meet actual Legolas.
I mean, time machines.
Where you could. Well, no. but you could actually meet the sports athlete. You see the real people.
Of course.
You could see they could. Shit happens where like they're not gonna have the perfect story arc. Some people are gonna like suck or get traded. So it's more real. It's not that geeky. It is a fandom.
Until you start getting into the fantasy
But
football
the
league.
fantasy
Fantasy football league. That's geeky. And I respect it.
I had to drag you into
that's
that one.
gambling.
That's
That's
gambling,
an
too.
addiction. 'Cause I'm about to live it in the next 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Did you get your Sunday ticket this year?
No, but I'm joining a fantasy
Your job got it.
football league. No, my sister's putting me
Oh,
in one.
shit,
I never
nice.
seeked them out,
Nice.
but
They
my
always
job
seek you out,
had
man.
a Game of Thrones death pool, so
Ooh.
that's pretty geeky.
My job had one too. I wouldn't even participate. I was like, no.
And
They're
no
like,
matter what
"Oh."
you say, that's more geeky than fantasy football. Because fantasy football is just stats and shit, but a death pool, who might die in this fake show that people wrote, so I've lived on those too, but
Is it weird that I bet on Brand winning like everything? I was like, the wheelchair is gonna take this shit.
I haven't seen the last 2 episodes, so please no spoilers.
Man, you ain't gonna watch it. You made it
I'm
this
gonna
far.
eventually.
If you made
I don't got it.
If you made it this far into this and
Yeah.
it's been online, it's been ruined for you.
Actually, it has not.
I know,
It has
but
not.
I'm not pro spoilers, but after like a month, that's
been
on
3
you.
weeks.
I feel like TV spoilers
Yeah.
are acceptable after a month.
After
Movie
a month,
spoilers, you gotta wait until it comes out on DVD.
No, God, no. God, that's too
Steve,
much.
that's only like 2 months now.
No.
Let's be real. No,
Movie
3
spoilers,
weeks.
if it's out of theaters, I don't give a fuck. I'll spoil whatever the
Okay.
hell. I'll be
A week out
I'll
of
be polite
theater.
because I know people have tougher schedules. But I'm not waiting till it's in DVD. You tripping?
But think about the jump line. That's not a long time from when we were younger. Like we were kids, DVD, like being in theater, out of theater, on VHS or DVD was like a 9 month to a year period. Now it's like 3-4 weeks.
I can't confirm
Fucking
that.
like
I
can't.
back in the day,
I'm not that into
it was
DVDs like that
year.
anymore.
You would see the DVD or the CD come out a year later, 6-9 months at least. Now it's like 3 months in, and you already see Captain Marvel's already on DVD. Spider-Man's gonna be on DVD next month. Like that shit
I'll
just
go
in
with
theaters.
that. I'll go with that later.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
we'll
Okay,
do some
but
fact checking.
spoiler things. We'll try and say them ahead of time. Spoiler warnings.
Yeah, sorry.
Eddie, that's your job.
Eddie.
I should just say that at the beginning of every show. Spoilers ahead. That's how we're gonna start it.
This
Loser
happened because
spoilers!
once Eddie wasn't on the first couple of episodes, and he was like, "I listened to the new one. I didn't know you were gonna have so many spoilers." I was like, "Sorry, Eddie." And then
I just wanted to complain about
but
something.
then literally the first episode Eddie saw, and he's just dropping spoilers
Look,
left and
left
right
and
like an
right.
asshole, like left and right.
That's so true.
Right?
You get spoiler. You get spoiler.
Yeah, everybody gets a spoiler.
I had to call him out, man, because he was dropping spoilers here, there. He told me when my mom is dying. He saw the future, and I was like, no warning, no
He
warning.
spoils the boys for me, so.
But I'm gonna
You
read.
spoiled the boys?
I haven't finished it. Stop.
No, you knew that was gonna happen.
I did.
You knew that was like one of the topping subjects. So fuck you. But yeah, he did do that. And that's
That
when
was
I was
hilarious.
like, yo, Eddie, chill out.
Fine, I'll watch the fucking boys.
You do have to watch the boys.
It's
It
pretty
really,
good.
like if you watch Preacher, you're gonna like the boys.
I haven't watched Preacher.
But
Preacher's dope.
I'm gonna put us on track. Preacher sucks. Please don't watch it.
Fuck you.
Give Preacher a shot, but
Cause no. Hold up. Before you say it, you said I didn't like the boys, and then you said Preacher was dope. I'm like, that's not good either. So now
he didn't like the boys though.
What? No.
No.
Like why? Like that's
We've talked about this before. I'm
It's on
I'm
the
sorry.
It's our previous podcast.
Yeah,
we
we
just
just
uploaded.
it's not up there, but let's get back to our subject
All
for
right.
now. Give Preacher a chance. It might be good.
Yes. Coming from the guys who only binge watch anime, mainly for his life.
that is true. I gotta watch a live action television show. So.
Yeah, he does got a life-size waifu tattooed on his back. I've seen it.
Why do you keep bringing up things that might be true or not? Like, you kind of starting to scare me. First you said the gun thing.
No,
and
dude,
then
when
the
you're
gun thing.
hitting it from the behind, that's all you see.
One
right?
day we're gonna debate. One day we'll
Is
debate
that
who
how
best
he
girl
enticed
is.
you to come over? You can stare at the waifu on my back.
Oh.
All right,
So how about them Lakers?
I'm gonna go see them opening night, October 22nd.
Sorry.
I've been doing finances to see if I can afford this October because October's gonna be expensive for me.
I'm sorry. Get us back on track, Sergio.
But back on track. Who is best girl?
Ah, you son of a bitch.
We'll talk about that later. But okay.
New best girl.
Next topic, you guys.
Next topic. Let's go back to geeks. How we are them, and how we define ourselves, and how we live with being geeks.
And now that we are quote unquote adults, how is that a thing?
Yeah. So let's reel this back in for now, and let's stay on this subject for another 2 minutes. Then we can go back to what we're doing because I do prefer it, but let's at least knock down some of the points we wrote down because we've written them down.
Yes, we can write. What?
Can we read the points we write?
I don't know. That's kind of like
Someone say something so we could get on the
It's not-
subject.
but like, okay, when it comes to being an adult, there's an advantage now about your fandom, like about geeking out about stuff. Is you're at least mature enough to know that there's a line, there's a separation, and you can have fun with this and still go to work. Like I feel like when you were younger, you really did escape into it a lot. Like there was a tendency that sometimes you'd forget your homework, you'd forget some other stuff because you've escaped. But now that you're an adult, there's still a planted sense of realism in your life now. So you appreciate it more when you can zone out. Like when I zone out on something, I love it way more than when I was a kid. I can appreciate going through a box of Magic cards now as an adult because I can actually look at these and be like, this is a $60 card. This is a $20 card. This is a $2 card now. But when I was a kid, I was just looking at colorful pictures and shit and just trying to have fun with the game.
I
Yeah.
still do that now,
still do
dog.
that.
I know, but
I'm like,
but
it's
I'll have
trash.
but I'll have that moment where it just zones out into just full fun. That's just awesome.
What's
I'm
up,
usually
Mike?
drunk when it happens, but that's not the point.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not-
You're enhancing
Yeah.
your fun with
I'm
this.
enhancing my.
Yeah, 'cause
That's the part of being an adult that makes
the thing
it
about
awesome.
being an adult is I've dropped money on like Yu-Gi-Oh and getting packs, and it's just like, man, I'm pulling garbage, and then it just makes me think of like I could have used this $60 to buy either a video game, maybe
Yeah.
some new shoes, maybe some pants, maybe some shirts. But no, I spend it on garbage, and now I feel bad about it.
See?
So I think as an adult, you feel those repercussions a little bit better.
Yeah, but it's like,
Well, that's good.
well, wait, but with this, on the same page though, when you draw out that one card that's actually worth more than all the packs you just bought.
But then, are you selling it though, or are you gonna use it because it's gonna help your deck?
That is true too.
That's the thing. Now you're balancing.
See, but
like,
think about this.
I need to remake some money.
I remember when me and Marcus were younger playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Mechanical Chase. That's how old we were. I was way back on time when it first came out at $200 a pop. It was like $320 or some shit like that.
I don't know.
This card was stupid expensive. I knew guys with 3 of them. Fucking useless ass fucking card. But it's like the value of it made them feel like they were superior. It was a pissing contest. But now that you're an adult, you invested your own money. You see the money. You're like, that's stupid. Like, you know that one guy. I know you played against a guy who bought actual straight ass cards. But every single card was like from individuals. And you're looking at that shit and you're just
Shout
like,
out to Kiko and Obed
Shout out-
for ruining
shout out-
Magic Night.
right?
What?
We used to play a lot of Magic in this group, but
I
then
mean, actually, I'm happy to
Just 'cause
say.
it sucks.
but
I
then
didn't get
but then
back
two
into that.
people
Yeah.
got too into it and they were like,
Didn't Rua do that shit too?
yeah, no, but not really. He just
buy
like,
a bunch of cards.
But he wasn't a strong player.
yeah, but he wasn't buying specific cards too
Oh.
much.
Like, they were
gotcha.
making 5
It
decks.
was our other friend Kiko Nobe who will buy specific copies of 3 cards
Jesus.
to enhance their deck, and I was like, this ain't fun, dog.
Yeah, and it was like, but as a kid, that's
That's
rare.
not
As an adult, you see that more often too. So it actually changes your way of thinking about the cards. So it's like, let's be
Yeah,
real.
change my mind and not play those games anymore.
Nah, me, fam. Nah,
But hey, this is still
me. I don't see price, dog. I see art. After I hung out with Eddie and saw Yu-Gi-Oh! Into the Dimension, I straight up bought 3 Celtic Guardians.
movie night
Whoa,
ever.
whoa, whoa.
Yeah.
I was there too.
Okay, thanks for finally
That's a
talking,
thing.
Marcus.
Jesus, right?
Yeah, step up, Marcus. But Marcus was there, and after the movie, I bought a bunch of
Bought
cards.
Yeah.
6 cards on the ride home.
I was amazed. I'm like, does he play this game? And then I
Oh,
asked
yeah.
him, and he's like, no, I'm buying it for their art. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, my brother does that too.
Yeah, I'm like, I forgot I
understand
love
that.
these cards. They
He
look
bought-
cool.
He bought Apple Magician Girl.
Apple Magician.
So you
Girl.
basically you basically buy Yu-Gi-Oh cards like we all bought Pokemon cards growing up.
I got you there.
It's not a bad thing to do because he's not, going towards like deck building, which can get expensive. That's like,
Yeah.
this is
Well,
cool.
of course.
That's like specific things. I like art. I'm a
just Celtic
connoisseur.
Guardian.
I go to a private art school. It's no big deal. But
You're supposed to
I
know nothing about this.
don't.
Fuck yeah.
Unlike, I
Come
guess
on,
I'm
do me,
different
man,
than you,
Playboy.
Jason, because I don't see a lot of monetary
Oh.
value on some of the things I get. I just get them because I like them. And
Nowadays, I'm gonna be honest, it does decide a lot of my shit, like bills and everything. But when I do actually go and invest on something, it's so much more fun to have.
So
now.
how about this? Since obviously we all have like stuff we gotta like bills and shit. So
Yeah.
what kind of things make you actually say, you know what? I'm gonna save up some money just to get that and neglect maybe something else. Maybe not even neglect, but just save up for something particular. Is it video games? Is it new
At this point, it's weird
collectible or something?
It's
Or
weird gadgets.
yeah, what about you guys?
Bluetooth receivers, fucking
Wow.
lights for my bike.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like
I feel like
I
you
put that
board
point-
games,
Like
but I don't know.
Definitely, but it's I'm always on the fence because I know it's like as an adult you're paying your bills and you're getting all this stuff done, but you also have time. You have to find time to play with your boys.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't invested hard in any board game anymore because it's like we haven't had a game night, a legit like game night in a while. So I'm like, am I gonna spend $40 to $60 on expansions or a new game that I'm not gonna open for a year or two?
That's
Like
true.
so then I'd rather just like what I've been doing now, which is audiobooks. I'm like, well, the going to the solo hobbies, I'm gonna listen to something so I could get stuff done around the house, and then potentially have free time to go and hit up the boys and have game night.
Oh, if you guys didn't know, we the boys.
They're the boys.
Free 'em.
What about you, Marcus? Since you haven't talked, like, what will make you say, you know what, I'm gonna save up money for this, or when you probably maybe shouldn't in that
It
kind of
depends.
realm?
It falls into 2 categories.
Okay.
One, am I doing this with the boys,
Okay.
or am I doing this for myself? Like, I know ultimately I'm going to save up for Halo because
Fuck yeah, you
I know
boy.
half this room is going to be playing Halo.
Except me.
That's why he said half.
I said half this room.
Half, which is all of us minus
Which is
you.
all of the.
We're literally divided.
So that's also the same
Literally
reason I got-
90% of this room is playing Halo.
This
That's
is
also
half.
the same reason I got Smash Brothers.
You know
Because
what?
I know.
That's still hassle. That
A
means
third of
he's
this room is
valuing
gonna
you
play
more than
Smash
5
Brothers.
people. So
I got 2 copies of it, so we can still get that correction.
I haven't played it since I bought it.
Yeah.
I know.
All right.
Every time I weep when I see Rusty's Switch just laying on the floor.
I gave it to my sister, dog.
Oh!
What?
Gave it to her?
I bought it
He's not
for
playing.
Zelda.
That's
And
right.
I played one world of Mario World, and I unlocked 7 characters of Smash Bros with a cheat. And I played like 18 matches of Platoon.
Did the cheat involve your credit card?
Nah, but I'm just saying, I hardly used it. I'll be back for Breath of the Wild too.
Hey,
All right, what about you then, sir?
That's
What
gonna be another
dictates?
4
Because I know you go crazy on that sometimes. Like you just
Yeah.
go, I need it. So
So,
what kind of dictates that?
I'm in accounting, so I'm smart with my money. So I owe over $1,000 in my credit cards because I'm a finance connoisseur.
This is on purpose. He's building that primo
No, okay.
credit.
Primo
For
credit,
me,
yeah.
I really do. I'm not the best with money,
Okay.
but I make sure I pay. Nah, that's okay. I'm not even gonna say that. I pay all my bills on time, but then I still treat myself
That's good.
way too much, more than any person should. I have unopened video games in my house.
Oh my god, dude!
I have at
fucking
I
ever.
have at least 3 or 4 games, collector's edition, just right there, still with the wrap on. I haven't touched them. I just bought them because I could.
True
They were on
connoisseur.
sale. I buy amiibos that aren't
Oh.
open because I don't play my Switch.
I play my Switch, and the only amiibos I open are probably the ones that have the most collectible value, which is all the Legend of Zelda ones, because I want to see them. I want to rotate them and see all the details.
I have all those open, and I have all the heroes unopened because I just bought them because I could. I have like 2 of the same Geralt statue from The Witcher.
God, I hate you for
Because I
that.
was like, I'm gonna open one and I'm gonna keep one unopened. You
I
never
missed
know.
out on that one.
But I'm not the best with money. I buy a lot of shit. I treat myself. I'm my own king. Treat yourself king.
That's right, girl. Get it, girl. Get it.
But as an adult, sometimes I'm like,
Get
you know
it,
what?
King.
I want this shit. But right now, I'm budgeting for October because, unlike these effing losers, I also do sports related shit. So I'm gonna go to a basketball game, and that's gonna be expensive because it's
Fuck
Clippers
yeah,
versus
dude.
Lakers.
Oh lord, good luck, dude.
Me and some
Ooh.
coworkers are getting shitty seats for $180, and they're shitty seats.
Damn. Oh wait, no, he's gonna be up front. He's gonna be in VIP section.
Someone sounds like a loser.
I don't think.
Best seats. Best seats in the house.
We'll see if we can take a seat.
What about you, Kyle? Did you already say yours? Did you already go by yours? Or no,
No.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll go last.
Me, it depends really. If the boys are getting it, 6 out of 10, I'm probably gonna get it. Like, let's be real, bills and shit. Being an adult is no joke.
Heavy though.
Like, yo, if there's any kids out there who are listening to this, you don't have a bill to pay. You stay with your parents.
It's actually just Sergio's mom, so you can say hi if you want.
She's our only.
Hi, Sergio.
Damn.
Mom.
You'll be back with las llaves.
I still don't have a girlfriend. Please stop asking me that.
Todavía no.
Hey, she was slowing down on asking me that until you did have a girlfriend that one week, and she was like, "Oh, to your mom to ask me." So she's back on that grind. Dog.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like, I legitimately had a girl for 1 week just talking to her, and so I'm like, "Oh yeah, I got a girl now." Yeah.
No, she could ask me
Because
that.
every time a friend comes over, even if they're married, my mom will ask, "Do you have a girlfriend?"
Yup.
just to gas them up. She stopped asking Calvin because it got sad and pathetic.
He got him crying.
And then,
Yeah,
one,
figure
and
it out.
then one week he was seeing the girl on and off for maybe a week or 2, and then my mom didn't ask him. Calvin felt a certain way. She made him ask him, and now she's back on that grind.
Yeah. So,
You screwed up, man.
but yeah.
But
so,
yeah, bills are heavy, man. I just got my first the little sticker for your cars, the registration
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Oh no! Remind me.
Dude.
That's coming up.
My old car used
This
to be
month.
my old car used to be a
September?
96. It actually used to be $79.
September
How
next
much is
month.
it?
My-
Wait, you got a new car?
My new car is
230?
2019. That's just about to be like 230.
Oh,
240.
mom is way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how much mine was.
I had a
Yeah.
97 freaking Camry I bought off of somebody. They were trying to hit me for like $250 a month.
Oh,
just
they're
on
trying
insurance.
to, yeah.
That's not insurance. $250 a
Oh,
month.
yeah, damn.
Like and that was like because I'm 30 and I never had a car.
Yeah,
Oh,
so they're like,
he's
you got my li-
technically legally a new driver.
I just took my
Yeah.
I just got my license like a year or so ago.
Dang, man.
So
I'm
it's
in
just
LA. Who needs
expensive.
a license? It's like
Kids,
New
if you're
York,
listening,
so.
get your driver's license. Don't put it off.
Kids, if
Life
you're listening,
lessons.
Metro's killing transit. It's gonna be all buses and trains soon, anyways.
Dude,
Get
kids
over
don't, kids
yourselves.
don't even want to drive because they left an Uber now.
Yeah, really. With all
Yeah.
like, let's be real. Do you want to drive all these crazy ass drivers on the streets?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
a couple of days ago, a fucking motorcyclist pulled up on the side of me, smacked my fucking mirror,
Oh.
yeah,
and then pulled off.
Just for the shit of it?
And
Like,
people,
man.
if y'all know me, I will chase you the fuck down and hit you. I don't care.
Well, that's getting edited out.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, if I can catch you.
No, it's not allegedly.
If I can fucking
It
catch
is
you, you're
allegedly.
dead.
No, it's not allegedly.
Allegedly.
Marcus, I'm not trying to edit shit out, dog. You don't edit. Shut the fuck up. It's alleged. You don't know what the editing, dog. Throw that shit.
Honestly, let me say when I guess it would be a geekdom by consideration I kind of want to get back into that I was into. That I feel older. I feel like look way more ridiculous doing older. What?
Selling crack.
What'd you say?
Woman.
Oh!
Really? You want to go down there?
Hey, dog. I'm alone and I'm on blackpeoplemeet.com. Hit me up.
Why? You want black
Jerome,
people?
hit him up.
What's your name on that? Jerome or some
That's
shit?
racist, dog.
But I am looking forward to Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll pay for that, huh?
I'll pay that one. I'm gonna have to buy both games, unfortunately.
Oh,
No smoking building, fam.
I'm actually gonna go.
Hit
yeah,
the
just,
corner.
Yep.
Here.
Nah, but honestly, Airsoft.
Oh, you guys were hella into that, man.
Yeah, like really. Like,
click
I want to get back in.
to
I'm,
your,
as a
key
way
thing.
older adult, I know
okay,
it's
that's
just
big
gonna
enough
be
to show
popping
my
shots
penis.
at 15-year-olds, but still. Like
Airsoft.
that's I feel like that's
Yeah,
if you want to go down, that's one of those ones that's just fun to have. It costs money.
Oh
though.
no! I opened this door. Was about to walk face forward into the first
Oh.
door having a surgery.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would have been hilarious.
You better not have edited that shit out.
That would have been perfect.
That would have been
But
awesome.
yeah, you guys, that was a good hobby of your guys', man.
Like that's expensive.
What's the most expensive?
Airsoft?
Just like
They
getting
used
the
to, they
tickets
used
to
to
the area.
airsoft a lot. I don't know if you remember.
What's
when
the-
they
what
were-
makes them
Well,
expensive?
They were gonna try to get me into that.
It
And
was
that
a
one
whole
of those moments
combination.
where I'm
Like, first of all, going every
it's
time.
a lot of
I'm
money.
$18.
I'm broke.
Oh.
Me, I almost got into it almost
was
twice
stupid
too.
cheap because buying the BBs, you can buy enough BBs for like 5-6 trips for 5 people for like $30.
Yeah, the
It
babies
was
are cheap.
the rifles and the pistols and the.
But I mean, once you got that out of the way, did it get
Once you
significantly
got
cheaper?
in it really. Once you got all your stuff and you were comfortable with what you had, it was cheaper because it was just paying to get it.
Yeah.
Because it was battery powered mostly stuff. Like we had a couple of gas things, but not crazy.
Yeah.
It was really the time, getting the time to go when it was open and like actually going. Like for me, when I was in the military, it was only $1, so it wasn't even killing me.
Those motherfuckers hurt, dude.
But
I
nah,
got shot in the
paintballs
back.
were way more than.
I never got shot with
But,
a paintball.
all right,
Fuck.
question with the BBs, like how do you
Bullet
know you're
turbo.
hit? You know,
That's
like,
called integrity. You either have to admit you got hit, or I'm
Yeah.
just gonna keep shooting
an
at your
honor-
little
it's an
12-year-old
honor
punk.
system.
Yeah.
No, dude, it's
Stop.
perfect. It's
I feel you,
perfect.
but the thing is, like,
that's why I
people.
would prefer paintball. It's
No,
like
you're
you
right,
hit, you hit.
but the thing is, like,
Yeah, but paintball is not as. It's more.
It's more cartoony.
Yeah.
You're playing Splatoon.
the thing
I
is,
love
like,
it.
You
That's
guys
my
play
game.
Call of Duty.
the thing with that one is it is up to integrity, and I think as far as you could correct me since you were in it, but I think a lot of people love it enough that they're willing to admit that, you know what, I got shot, I'm not gonna fuck around.
Like, you'll find a
Yeah,
doucher.
but-
dude.
yeah, you'll find an asshole, but I
You'll
feel
find
like
a
Because
It's
there
one
was
of those
mostly
things.
little 15-year-old kids from Gardena. Literally 15-year-old kids from Gardena. Marcus?
That's true.
I would just, because I had a sniper rifle. Oh, you're not calling your hit? That's fine. I'm just going to keep hitting you until you call your hit. It's going to happen eventually. He's just and they're still not calling nothing? Like, bruh. But, like, yeah, once you actually paid for it, it was pretty easy. It was just, we would always buy more stuff.
That's all it is, man. You
I
gotta get
remember,
those.
It was
I
an-
remember,
it was
I
an-
think the first time I went to your apartment, you had like just a bunch of rifles and shit out, and I was like, these fools.
It was an
They live in-
addiction. It was an addictive purchasing thing. 'Cause it would always be like, oh, that's only $200.
That's a lot.
But now it's definitely a lot. But when we were a little bit younger, it wasn't
When you guys were a
as
bit
much
younger
of
and
a lot.
weren't paying like straight
Yeah,
up
we weren't
bills
paying-
for everything.
Yeah, like seriously. ugh.
$200 back then, even
$200 was a lot.
it's funny
of money.
when high school $200 was a lot of money, but when you spent it, it was like, yeah, well, you know,
I was gonna spend it anyways.
there wasn't as much remorse as it is now. Where like you spend $200, but then you get your phone bill and you're like, oh.
And the cool part is, honestly, I gotta get back in because I ended up giving. I passed my rifles down to my little cousins because they live out in Arizona and they can go out and
No,
play.
so they got more access.
Oh,
and
yeah, that's
do it.
cool.
So I went the saw and the sniper rifle. But those combined between all the work we put into them, upgrading, modify, and purchase, can I say like $800, $900 between those two? Because the assault rifle was like $300 off the bat, and the saw was like $250, and then we put another like $3 into each of them. Like upgrading, adding stuff, magazine purchases,
Damn.
scopes, rails, like grips. Like we bought weird shit at one point. We all had bayonets. He had. he did not have a bayonet. Marcus did not have a bayonet.
Ah,
No, Marcus bought a grenade grenade launcher.
Did you feel it?
Did I get you?
Hey, no, but you can use a knife in airsoft.
Yeah.
Like Jason, he walked around with a pistol and a knife. That was his only things. He just stabbed niggas.
Nerd.
Huh?
They're
But
geeks,
that's
man.
what I'm saying. That's geekdom. Like,
All right,
we really
I like
get involved in
that one though. What's the most amount you've invested into a geek?
Oh, man.
Ooh, it's solid.
Eh,
$2,000 in airsoft.
Airsoft had to be your guys' biggest
$2,000 easy.
investment, right?
Me, it definitely has to be probably one of the collectibles,
I thought
either
it'd be
Halo.
hard stuff.
Well, I mean, I guess if you want to go that route, it'd probably be that stupid ass iPad. But
Jesus, you have an iPad?
yeah,
Which
it
one?
was a necessity out of.
Did you buy the pen?
I had to.
Oh!
Honestly, you have to. It was a necessity.
Did you look at it and did you put it against your iPad for the first time and went, fuck? Like, honest to God.
It's the thing. You had to get used to it.
No,
'cause it's
here's my
different.
question. When you touched it against the iPad for the first time and tried to draw something, you said fuck, right? Like,
I said fuck only because I wasn't used to it, and it was like I have to get used to
it
this
was like
now.
$120 for something that comes with Galaxy Note 4 for free.
Ugh, yeah, it was pretty bad.
That's your biggest investment.
Well,
What-
the thing
what
is,
were you gonna
this
go
is
with
more
collectibles,
this is
though?
more geeky. I don't think it's as geeky though, to be honest. Like, yeah, it's art and it
That's
is a
techie,
big part,
right?
but I guess more on the collectibles and stuff like that. The more subconscious or more conscious geeky stuff. It'd probably be either one of my collectibles, either Skyrim or one of the Halo ones. I'm not sure which one was more
Like a
expensive.
single item?
It was a collector's edition for Skyrim. It
Did
came
you
with
have the Halo
Alduin,
5 one?
or no, I didn't. I actually missed out on that one, but I got the Reach one.
Reach one wasn't that expensive.
Yeah, the Reach one.
I don't remember that at all.
I
Well, I'm
had
just
two of
saying,
the Reach
the
ones.
Reach one was $150. I know
Yeah.
the Halo 5 one,
It's like
which
$300,
I own,
wasn't it?
was $250.
Okay, so it was 150. So it was between a tie between those two, either Skyrim or Halo Reach.
Actually, I think I can mulligan, but I can kind of guess actually Marcus's
Do it.
cards.
No.
Really? You put
Yeah, I
the most
don't
of
know.
the
You have a
cards in
giant
that box.
Kratos box.
You know, you don't even understand. That's one of 6
No
boxes
problem.
we
Yeah.
have. Like, I have one of the boxes. He has 4 of the boxes, I think, because Sandra has one of the boxes.
I have all the boxes.
You have all the boxes now?
Yes.
Yeah, there's like 5
I've
full boxes of
collected all the
cards.
boxes.
Is
No, I've
cards
got
not
one
the
box,
most
though.
you've invested in the?
No, Xbox.
Oh,
Maybe.
wait. Just games?
Guess
no,
yeah.
just
Xbox.
the, no, like solely just the console.
Oh, I mean, I guess that's
he's
probably
bought every
but
Xbox with
'Cause I went
every
from my Xbox.
variation with.
I went from the first Xbox to the 360, and then I went from my 360 to my Elite. And back when the Elite first came out, that shit was expensive as
That
fuck.
is true. And then you went to you have the 1S, right? Right now?
No, I went from the Elite to the Xbox One,
Yeah.
and then I went from the One to the One X.
That's what I'm saying. You have the 1X, right?
Yeah, you said the.
Oh, 1S, my bad.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I'll give you that one now. Because I'm going to be real. Video games is probably my cheapest fandom. And it's the one I have the most into. Because honestly, my Xbox, this dude paid to help me put it on it. I'd always sell the system prior and then put up the change for whatever's left. Because shit, $400 one shot is stupid. Like, not like that. I'm not dissing because I just couldn't afford 400 in one sitting. Like, even my airsoft shit, it was $50 here, $20 here. I'd buy this one little rail piece. Or I remember I used to go and just get one piece. And I was like, okay. Man, I almost got shot for
Okay,
like
we're talking about
shit.
the most money we've invested into some
A single fandom.
a single fandom.
I guess invested
Like-
would probably Xbox for me too. Then I guess if you want to get that technical, but
Well,
that one seems kind of boring.
Well, since the collector's editions
Well,
are
man.
part of it, though.
Yeah.
I think collectively it's been just paper games. Like Yu-Gi-Oh! I dropped a lot of money and I lost track of how much because I was in there through when I think halfway through the Synchro generation and then through the Exceed, and I was still there.
Now we're gonna stop you and ask you to say this in English.
And I
So
was
give us
still-
a year.
I was still
Like
through there
2010?
with the pendulums, and then after
11?
that, that was it.
Was that like
it.
2014?
Yeah,
That is a sign of a good.
I know where you're. I know
It's
where
like
you're going.
5 or 10 years.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
because Jason's right. Even me and Lois were like, yeah, what the hell?
You had me in Synchro.
Yeah.
I was like, I remember those.
What the fuck's a pendulum?
That's probably.
Yeah.
You gotta tell me where the anime was.
shit.
on these cards.
What series were you talking about? Was that 5Gs or 7Gs?
You go
5
Hero
days.
series.
Hold up, too many people.
No.
Let's
No, like I
only-
didn't watch the anime at that point. I was just strictly into cards. So I went from getting back into the game and learning about synchros, and that's changed up. And they went into Exceeds, where instead of having a tuner and other monsters on the field, and you're counting stars to create a monster, you're basically stacking monsters with the same level to create another
Yeah.
powerful monster. So I went through that. and then into the pendulums where they decided, hey, we're gonna break the game. Let's make the scale. So if you have a monster that counts as a magic card and also a monster, but so there's a special zone you could put this in. So there had 2 zones, and if the pendulum monster has a pendulum number of 1, and then the other one on the right has a pendulum number of 9, you could summon anything from your hand for free if it's in between 2 and 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Alright,
they
let's
just
talk.
wanted
Alright,
to sell
that meant
cards.
nothing to me.
Yeah,
So
I
let's
know.
talk money, dude.
Yeah.
So
We're talking how much you spent, not
money,
how
I-
shitty that game is.
That got really shitty, actually.
I'm
I'm
like-
gonna stop you there.
Yeah,
I know.
well,
I've
I'm
seen
just
YouTube
saying.
videos of people winning in one turn, dude. That game.
Yeah, that
that game's
that was
online.
toxic. That was annoying. So yeah, like I
Shout
would
out to
say,
that turtle, that long turtle
I don't know
catapult.
if
I
it's
heard that broke the
upwards
game
to
for a while.
$1,000 or less, but
Nice.
close in that
But
range.
you see, that's why I'm
And
curious if Marcus' most thing is not magic because
It could be.
he used to buy fat packs 2 at a time and that's
Dude,
$80.
we used to buy
There were
we used to buy
40.
fat packs. We used to go online. No,
He used
we
to get all the decks,
No,
all
we used to
the
go to a
commander
comic book
decks.
shop
Marcus, I
and
feel like
buy
magic might have been
literally
your most expensive.
every uncommon card of a single series 4-pack.
That's what I'm saying because
we had, like,
I don't think I know the Xboxes were like $400, $500,
Yeah,
but dude,
we've easily-
those each deck, each fat pack, booster
You can
things,
think
buy
of-
them
yeah,
separately.
like TCG games are like a real life like what is it microtransaction
Yeah.
every single day because you're trying to tweak your deck, you're trying to
Because
make
Marcus,
it better,
y'all
you're
had so
trying
much
to
shit
get-
when you got me
But
into Magic. You just gave me a
I
deck.
think I know
No.
what yeah, we just had
Yeah, you're like,
No.
oh, here, play with us. I was like, oh
No,
shit.
to be honest, I don't always buy all the decks.
That's actually Jason and I would probably put in the most physical
like
cash.
if we would like say if we go to Jeffrey's,
Yeah,
like on a random day, they're like, hey, let's buy a deck.
I know, but
most-
it's just I've hung out with you. You're like, oh, we're gonna stop by 8 Ball, and you buy like 2 fat packs and just open them there, and that's like $80 on one
Yeah,
day,
no.
one
Yeah,
transaction.
He's
man.
done it. I mean,
Yeah.
you've done it.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
Like-
buy the Commander's deck $75 like right then, and we had plane chase cards for Christ. Do we still have plane chase
No, we
cards?
never had plane chase.
We did have plane chase. We did have plane chase cards.
Y'all starting to stay money because y'all starting to sound like the
Okay,
shit
basically-
again.
Right,
I can't be the only one.
You know, like going
And I play Magic.
I'm just going back and forth.
going
Like,
to
what?
board games too. Like I've dropped.
I was about to say that.
Like,
Board games, dude.
Board
I thought
games.
board
Well, that's what he
games
said.
was
Paper
yours.
currency.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like board games too. Okay, so I spent like 260 on the Dark Souls thing that we
You
probably
didn't play?
bust open like twice. Haven't played it. It was like 60 on like the limited edition like Metal Gear Solid one.
I like that
They
when
have
we
the
decided.
Metal Gear Solid board game.
I like
That's
that we
a board
decided to
game?
record at your house today, so your wife's in earshot of all these monies.
Oh, you got scissors!
Oh Lord, she's gonna go get my games. They're fragile.
Hey, damn.
Join us on the next podcast for the funeral cast.
Wait, she's got a Harry Potter diaper bag, so.
Hey,
Hey, but we're not talking about her.
she's gonna use that more than we play Dark Souls.
yeah, honestly. Yeah.
I never even got to play it. Only Steve
I didn't know
got
you
to
had a
play it.
Metal Gear Solid
Surprisingly.
game.
Right?
It's a risk game, but it just adds a lot of more heroes. It's pretty chill. We played it. I don't know.
I love Risk.
It's not Sergio's favorite game. So,
Which one?
The Metal Gear Solid Risk.
So we're playing
Oh,
Mario Party
yeah.
11.
Well, it's because Metal Gear Solid is not as cool as all the other risks we own.
What
Lord
other
of the Rings
risks do we
and
own?
Halo, homie.
Lord of the Rings and Halo.
And Halo is pretty legit. Want to
Oh,
play
that
that
one
some
Halo
more.
game you bought that we never learned how to play.
Halo Fleet Battle.
And that was
Oh,
me and
God.
Loves. We spent like a
I
cool
thought you bought
200
that for
on
the
that.
pieces.
I kind of like them for the pieces, but
I
we
still got it.
Yeah, we haven't
But-
done anything with it.
I'm down to play it, but the thing is, like, that one is someone you got to get like that's super into because it goes.
Someone
into
has to get into it
measuring
because
and-
it's
Yeah.
kind of like the.
So that's something
the
I'm not gonna
Warhammer
like.
games.
Yeah, that,
You
I'm
got a
not gonna-
masher, you have splash areas.
I'm not gonna
yeah,
force that on
yeah,
anything
yeah,
else. 'cause it's
So that
so
one
too
is a bit
hard,
hardcore. One day when we got time.
but I do have
Do they have a
um
device for that nowadays at any point? Like just little
maybe.
piece of
I don't know,
plastic
but the
with
thing
a
is,
piece like that.
one
They
game
have
that
things
I-
like that, but it's still kind of tough.
yeah, one game that's probably actually this is probably worth the most expensive board game I have, but I got it for like 80 because of the stupid Amazon. They got me.
Oh, I
The
know
sales,
what you're talking about.
Twilight Imperium. I haven't got a chance to play it. Yeah, I haven't got a chance to play it because honestly, like that's something you have to commit to, and
Like a whole
it
day
is
too.
just about, and that's something I don't want to make you guys do. So I'm probably gonna go on like Meet Me or something, that one website, and just
Yeah.
try to get a game going.
That's true.
But it's not for dating or anything like that. It's like just to meet people with certain that you like certain things. No bitch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Going back to I think the game that I spent the most money on, like paper game, would be DC deck building. I bought every expansion.
And we love you for it.
Even the ones I do not like.
The Arrow.
Arrow.
No, it's because they have an Arrow expansion, but all the art is not even art. It's just screenshots from the TV
Arrow
show.
show. Oh,
Yeah.
that's garbage.
Yeah, I still bought it just because I wanted to complete it. And then
There's
sleeving
something
the whole
back
thing, I think I spent maybe $100 on sleeve or more.
Oh yeah, you
Jesus,
guys
yeah.
pay for a lot.
Because it's so many cards.
You know, the thing is, like,
your money gone. Because
Yeah.
I know your biggest fandom is anime, but I know there's sites that you've taken advantage of. So, so you've been saving money there.
I am the anime king right now. I have sites,
God.
websites. I watch so much fucking anime.
But,
So what'd you spend the money
The
on?
question is, where have you invested?
Games.
Like, games.
Game with you
because of
fuckers.
us. Hey, whoa,
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa. You didn't spend money for the university.
Online
No,
games
he did though.
and card games.
He
And
Calvin's
board
down when we're into something. He'll jump in.
Only if they're down and I feel that they are committed. Otherwise than that, fuck
You never
I gotta
finished
lose.
Warhammer, and that's out of Game Pass now, though.
Really?
Warhammer 2 is no longer in Game Pass.
Yeah.
Oh, so we actually get fucked.
Yeah, so we might have to buy it one of these days.
Warhammer 2, which one's out?
Vermintide.
It's Vermintide, the one where it's
I
fucking
yeah, I remember that one.
I
Yeah,
can
we
see
played
that.
that. Yeah, was it with Steve?
Yeah, but we didn't play it with Calvin.
Ah, Kyle, that
Just
was
me
fun.
and Calvin, we ran the first one, man, Marcus.
Yeah.
What's up?
the
What's
OG.
up?
Yeah.
But we never passed it because we got getting stuck in that one mission where we go underground and
And then you
Oh,
die.
fuck that mission.
two retro show up and
Yeah.
we never passed
Dude,
it.
that game was so fucking fun, to be honest.
That game's sick.
Like,
And there's
Yeah.
DLCs for it, so we might have to commit some
I'm down.
currency for it one of these
That was
days.
fucking sick. I mean,
You know, honestly, the game I want to
And
start
World War
again,
C.
I want to run.
well,
Dead
let's say
Island
that. Like, I need to jump on
We
that
gotta
one.
play World War C.
Especially
Steve made me
PC.
buy it and he played it with me once.
And it's
I don't
fucking
know
great.
about World War
Dang.
Have you played it?
No.
Dude,
Yeah,
I didn't.
go to my house and run it one of these days.
Yeah, it was
It's
just
like,
really
you like it.
it's like Big Boy Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Big boy left for
I
dead.
swear.
Can we do
I'm
Dead
gonna have
Island
to get
again?
an Xbox soon.
Because, dude, Dead Island with 4 players was actually fun as shit.
No, I can't. do
You know what?
Dead Island with
Homie, this guy
Sergio was
works.
fun as shit, actually.
The thing is about the Dead Island, I know that I think Dead Island 2 is in the works, but the thing is, like, I think that people are not too sure about that game because
thing's so fucking
Dying Light is apparently like the shit right now.
Yeah, I heard
And
that.
that's like-
was better. I saw the gameplay for Dead Island. It didn't look like the
Yeah,
funnest.
you know what? I fucking
No,
that
not
was
Dead
one of
Island
the
2.
biggest.
I'm
Do you
talking
guys
about the
remember?
first Dead Island
Yeah,
game.
do you remember
I
the
saw the
fucking
gameplay,
yeah,
but
yeah? You remember the trailer for that?
Yeah.
It made it look amazing, and then just being this like
It
weird
was the
fucking.
Sidekick 3 of all video games.
It was like that was just very
They
disappointing.
promised the shit that did not happen.
Oh, I don't think you've seen it. So the trailer is a CGI cinematic, and it's the most. Well, I'll try to show it to you later, maybe. But it's the most gruesome shit ever. Like you see a little girl running, and was
That's
it?
Dead Island too.
That's Dead Island.
That's the only one.
That's Dead Island too.
That's
Are you
right.
sure it's
the
not Dead
little,
Island?
the little girl that
falls through the window.
Is it the one where they played him backwards of how
No.
she became? No.
I don't
No,
know.
no, we're talking about
Might
the one.
be too.
Have you seen the one with the guy? Was the guy jogging? That was Dead Island, right?
That's
yeah.
the other one.
Dead Island 2 is the guy jogging.
Wait,
But
I
there's
haven't
a scene where it's a little girl and
Oh
she-
shit.
It's candle.
It's a candle.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was on.
Wax. Jesus.
It was
Accident, y'all. So,
don't even leave in there.
but yeah, you sure that was Dead Island too?
I didn't know Dead Island 2 came
I
out.
feel like it might.
You
be.
like-
Well, whatever. Point is, it was a disappointment either way.
Dead Island 1 was fun.
I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
It was only, I'll be completely honest, it was fun with friends.
I
It was
didn't
fun
like the
playing with
gameplay.
friends.
I
It was
just
fun.
didn't like it at all.
All right.
Technical difficulties. Someone died. R.I.P. Funeral cast next week.
Unless I edit this.
Yeah. I think edits right before he says it, unless I edit it, that's it. And then
Yeah.
he skips it.
Fuck, what were we talking about?
Well, I guess the only one that hasn't told you how much they spend on stuff is probably me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
And I
I'm
spend.
scared to know. That's
I
why
feel like I
waited.
spend the most
Yeah.
out of everyone in this group.
He could traffic a human on what he's purchased in statues.
Video games is obviously what I spend the
brought
most
that up.
money on. It's kind of like what Marcus said, where he buys all the consoles, which I do too. But at my house, there's currently 2 Xboxes, because whatever I buy, I also buy for my sister, because they have one in the living room. And that's a lie. I have an unopened Xbox One X hidden in my room because I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered 2, and I didn't cancel any of them when the one got arrived.
You can get one to
Just
me.
thinking,
You can get one to Jason.
Not the X.
that's an X, baby.
I'll buy it. How much?
That should still retail price for $300.
Then
And
let's talk business.
and it's the special edition.
Scorpio edition?
It's the Scorpio edition.
Oh my god.
That's not getting open anytime soon.
So I have that in my house. I pre-ordered the Xbox Elite Control, the original one, $150. I bought 2, one for my sister, and they just about the Xbox Elite Control 2, $180. I have 2 pre-ordered, one for me, one for my sister.
Wow.
I have a $250 Halo Collector's Edition. I bought the Dishonored 2 Collector's Edition. Haven't played it.
Never played the game. I was about to
Haven't
say
played
that.
the game. I played the first mission. I have a bunch of unopened games. I'm constantly at GameStop. Every time I go there to like pre-order something, I'll buy a fucking game. I bought a game the other day over there. The one with, I forgot what it's called, with all the rats infestation thing. I own it now, apparently. I forgot I bought it.
What?
Because I went in there to change a pre-order.
Oh, you know what I knew he had a spending problem? Is when he has expansions for the game side unopened, like 2 or 3.
And that's 4 games, yeah.
He opened a drawer, I'm like, don't you have one of those?
I'm like, these are my unopened ones. So out of the group, I think I spend the most money. Majority goes into video games. Like I said, I have amiibos that aren't open. I have a drawer full of amiibos.
I want to see this drawer. I want to see if there's one that I could
You
convince
don't
you
want
to
to,
sell
dog.
me.
You don't want to. It's dirty in there.
So I think I spend the most on fandom, and Xbox has been my fandom. I have Xbox Live till like 2021.
I think that should. I think that's more of a reason to sponsor us, Microsoft. Please.
Yeah, Microsoft. Come on, I've been living it. I have Xbox T-shirts.
He's living the life, you know, steal me from
Like,
Nintendo.
Microsoft sponsor us, and one of us will get a Microsoft tattoo somewhere or an Xbox tattoo
I'm
somewhere.
gonna get that regardless, dude.
Shut the fuck up! Well, we gotta
I'm
play
just
into it,
saying,
dog.
That's where I spend my most money. I've sunk so much money.
He
I
could-
have unused controllers that came with Xboxes. My sister's Xbox are greater to the One S, and now I just have that there.
Let me get the guitars. I need controllers anyways. What's the
They're
price?
brand new. Fuck you.
I'll buy them.
We'll talk. I do gotta offload some of the shit. It's just
Yeah.
I'm
This dude buys video games like he's a stoner and he's not, and that's the scary part.
It is.
He like
Yeah,
drunk
look at him.
purchases completely sober.
Dude, you should see me.
No, you should see. It was,
Amazon, GameStop.
Like he could sponsor
Buy.
like a small
No.
Ethiopian
I get
planet.
I get every video game 20% off at
I
Best Buy
think the
till
worst was
October.
when you're working your night job and we would get in a party together and you'd be like, "So I'm on Amazon, Marcus," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "No, don't do this." He's like, "I've already made the purchase. Like, what did you buy? Hand warmers. Like, why the fuck do you need hand
I
warmers?"
do own a Sippo hand warmer, even though I'm in California and have no need for it. I also have a Sippo lighter that I bought with that hand warmer because it was
I
on
was like,
sale.
"Why do you need a Zippo lighter?" He's like, "I just want to feel cool."
I do not smoke, but
He has a flask and doesn't drink.
Yeah.
He also has
I have
a
liquor
cigarette
on-
case.
I used to have a lot of cigarette cases. to
There's
put
that one
stuff
crack pipe I found, and I'm pretty sure.
in. But yeah,
It
so
was a collector's edition.
when it comes to
It was for
fandoms,
crack,
I
yeah.
gotta
It
chill.
was a GTA crack pipe.
Cause I'm getting into anime, and I buy every fucking manga issue of My Hero Academia that's in English right
Like
now.
why?
Because he wanted to.
Cause I was
Like
that-
the copies in book or like
yeah, like
digital?
physical copies. I have all 18 right now, with 2 on the way when they release.
Nice.
And you
And-
buy the digital booklet for anime? It's like a book. It's like a digital book, and it'll have all the volumes in it.
I'm not that deep, dog.
Okay.
Video games is my main thing, but I gotta chill out because I've been looking at some My Hero statues and figures and shit. So.
Oh, those things get expensive.
No, and I want to get those sick ass. I've been looking into the Naruto statues that are like $400 each of like the Akatsuki members.
Oh, those like stone ones.
I got like 2 in my car right now, so I gotta chill.
What?
They're not far, but I'm
He's
so
like, I ain't
about
purchased
to
them
buy
yet,
them.
but they're out
I
there.
misheard that. I thought you said they're in my car.
No, they're in the carts. They're like,
You about to get robbed,
I might
huh?
get these bad boys.
Hey, honestly, what I wanted, I know this is the only
So
one.
I gotta relax, man. I need help.
Sergio, that's
Help
literally when I started a new freaking TCG game. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but then I got Richard
Star
was
Wars
getting
Destiny?
me into Star Wars Destiny, and I went ham.
No, I know.
Like he opened the floodgates with that. We started with a 2-player structure decks, and then from that I'm like, we need more. Bought a second one. It's like there's packs coming out. Let's buy some of them. What? New decks? New boxes? Don't worry, man. I got it all. You're playing this with me, right?
No.
And then he bailed on me, and I was like, the dream's over.
Are you gonna try to offload those somehow? Like maybe on like
I
on
just gave it all to
Lego?
him. I'm like, here, you deal with it. I
Lego.
don't want to see
You're
it
back
from my
with your
house.
money. What this bitch is saying is that me and Marcus have 2 packs each of that fucking card game too, because
Yeah.
one day we hang out with them.
You have one too?
Yeah.
I bought 2 booster packs because we were hanging out with them. Marcus bought like a starter set,
I
so
bought
that
2
I.
starter sets.
Yeah, 2 starter sets.
Lord Jesus.
Luckily, they were like on hella clearance.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I'm
So
pretty
it didn't-
confident. 'cause
it
I
didn't hurt me
really
and
like
Marcus that
little
much.
games.
That game is pretty fun though. I gotta admit it. I wish it was more of a living card game so that you could get everything in the set and then just have fun with it because the theme it would work with the theme so
Yeah.
well.
Well, games that rely on booster packs, they want you, dog. They want you long term. They
Yeah.
want to turn you into a WoW and keep fucking.
Yeah.
I still buy Pokemon cards randomly, just cause I'm bad with money.
I can't bring myself to do that anymore.
I
Like,
play
Nice,
Pokemon.
sir.
Now you
I want to get back into Magic, so I keep eyeing decks,
Magic.
and I keep looking at it. But dude,
Well,
I'm still mad because I got
Let me
Weevil.
get you into Shards of Infinity.
No,
It's
dude, I got
dope.
Weevilled in Magic the Gathering like when I was in the army. I left the
He
deck of
was
sliver
into
cards here.
Magic the Gathering like you're in DC deck with him. That's
Yeah,
just his
like,
baby.
dude,
That's
I
Yeah.
had a deck of sliver cards for the special edition.
No one knows
packs
what
and
that
all
means.
stuff.
Put,
So,
real,
they're
no.
basically this old school species.
We
of
want
character.
numbers.
Let me put it this way: I bought it for $75.
Money
Thanks to this guy.
numbers.
Guess how much that deck is worth now?
$1.
$400. I can't find it no more because our friend fucking destroyed it when I was in the army. On some hater shit.
Is he your friend?
She gave us his last name on social.
She lost it and never tried to find it because she got tired of losing to it. On some Weevil shit.
Better charge
Oh,
me $400
yeah.
bucks.
I got Yu-Gi-Oh.
You did.
I got Yu-Gi-Oh. She really did it to me too.
These cards are probably floating around in someone's pool right
Right,
now.
dude.
I just got
One
your guys'
card,
shitty reference.
dude.
I
Yeah.
just got the shitty reference.
I don't
That's
get
what it
this.
is.
When they Weevil him, it's in the TV show where he takes it to Scotty and throws it in the
Yeah,
ocean.
yeah.
It's like in the beginning of you.
Like
Oh,
the first, like when they
yeah,
first
yeah,
started
yeah.
the tournament, he throws away Exodian.
That's why
Yeah.
you don't trust.
That's-
That's why you don't trust. What we say
Competition.
we are geeks.
Geeks.
Geeks. Football fans are better. What's up? Shout out. They'll just beat you unconscious in the parking lot. Like a real man.
And they won't steal anything or fuck with your shit, you know.
Yeah.
They
They'll
just draw a
take,
dick on
they'll,
your
take,
face.
they'll take a video of them dry humping you, but they won't take your
They
wallet.
will take a video of them dry humping you. That's a lot of.
It sounds kind of like it's from experience, sir.
It's always something else.
I've only been to one football game.
Question: what is the worst thing that has come out of your geekdom?
Oh, me.
Yeah, me. Yeah, was that supposed to be a joke to set us up? Me?
That's a good. Let me see. Let me think a little bit. Anyone want to take this? Because
I'll hit. It's just
ahead.
like debt. That's the worst thing. Debt.
I almost got shot by like 9 cops over airsoft.
Jesus.
I was going to Alex's birthday party. He wanted to go airsofting, so I bring my stuff. Now mine's in this big ass. It's a sniper. So I go to the bus stop. I'm sitting on my bus stop, which I've done. The cops have stopped me about my airsoft mask and all that stuff before, but this was right after that Chris Dorner shit, and I had just got out the army, and I was still wearing some of my stuff on me. So they pulled me up. The cop pulls up. He's like, what's that in the back? I was like, oh, it's an airsoft rifle. He's like, so it's a gun? I'm like, it's a BB gun. Within 5 minutes, I have 9 squad cars, 2 paddy wagons, 3 K9 units. I'm in handcuffs in the back explaining to them it's a fucking BB gun.
Good.
And 14 police officers could not figure out what it was. It took the watch commander to come, pull the charge handle, say it's a toy, and walk off. 14
Oh my
police
God.
were so freaked out. They had the dogs out around my airsoft gun, which has wires coming out of it, and the magazine's full of BBs.
I wish
Oh
they
my
I wish
God.
they would have blown it up.
I was yelling. I'm literally in handcuffs. I'm in handcuffs. Like in the squad car, like, it's a toy. You can see the BBs and wires. You guys have these in your cars. Why can you not tell the difference? I was looking at an M16.
Please tell me
Well,
there's a
that
World
was
Star
real.
video for that.
There's not.
Damn it.
Dude, I was looking at
All I
an
heard is
M16
it
in
didn't
this
happen,
car. And
I
for
know.
some reason, these niggas could not tell the difference. And I was like, well, fuck.
Without video, though, I gotta assume that you're making up the amount of things.
Yeah, where's the World
No.
Star?
I live in Long Beach. They just jumped out of places. Like one time, that
They
happened.
were
that was-
already waiting for him
Dude,
behind
that
the
was the
bushes.
second. No, that's the second time I got ran
He
up
was
on
walking
like
to
that.
the
Though.
bus stop. We got a black guy.
Why you bushing? When was the last time the Lakers? It was way back, like 5-6 years ago when the Lakers won the championship.
No, they
No,
suck.
no.
So it was like 5-6 years
It's
ago.
been 2010.
Exactly.
That's the
It was
last
like-
time.
Yeah, more or less.
No, it was that.
No, it was like 2011.
It was 2010, 2011 season.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah.
No, it was 2009, 2010 season. I only know this because I was on the bus to my way to grad night when they won that basketball.
Oh, they didn't win though. I don't think they won. I think
No, they won it. I guess the Celtics game 7.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay.
Myra appreciated that
Yeah, not
joke.
even the joke though. That's what
Yeah.
I was on my way to grad night.
So
and the bus driver
it was
had
like
home.
game 3, and I was just walking home because I worked in Hollywood. I got off the train in Long Beach, and I was walking down Artesia. Fucking out of nowhere, dogpiled me like 7 cars. One dude didn't even come out with a baton. He just had a broomstick.
I thought they dogpiled you.
No,
All
they
the cars
didn't-
stacked
they
up on
didn't
top
dog-
of
They
you.
didn't dogpile me.
Transformers, Autobots.
What was this? One couple pulled up to the side of me and was like, hey, yo, can I talk to you? Like, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm just going home. I had a beer in my hand, but it was unopened. And he was like, oh, is that open? I was like, no, it's not open. Then another one pulled up. Is everything going okay? And the guy's like, yeah, I'm just checking. And then another one came up. It literally was some cartoon level shit. One dude came out with a broomstick. Like, I fuck you not. It was not a baton. It was not a... It was a broomstick that someone saw.
Hey, were these cops or like,
These
or
were
just
cops.
random?
Dude, these were full uniform police officers in full fucking cars. One of them had a broomstick. Like, that was just his shit. Like, he said...
Are you sure this wasn't a neighborhood watch?
Dude,
This
that's
is
what I
not
thought
like
too.
neighborhood
No,
watch.
that was that thing that
Cops
confused
really
me.
have shit. They have metal pipes.
That's what I'm saying. They
will
can
take metal
technically,
pipe.
anything that fits in that holster, they can use.
Yes.
So this fucker
Oh.
had a broomstick. I looked at that and I fuck everyone else, fuck their guns. I was concerned about that guy with the broomstick because he used that
Cause
shit.
you know he does.
Yeah.
that.
He took the thing.
Are you sure it's a beer? Looks like a gun to me, a round gun.
But that's what I say. That's why I gotta explain to people. Like, that's one thing I am glad about geekdom in a sense, because really sometimes it comes back that I just have to talk, and I'm good. I am good and safe half the time. But fuck, like. I was scared as fuck about that broomstick.
I know we're talking
What
about
are
the
you
worst
doing?
thing that ever happened with Kingdom, but the best thing that happened to Kingdom that has to come back was the first week of Pokemon Go, man.
Oh,
Where you were the safest you could ever be in the streets.
That
dude.
was the
But
best.
that
That was a
third
good
week
time.
when niggas realized that they could put fucking
Oh, yeah.
essence out and just catch
No,
people.
that's what I'm saying. That first week
That first
was
week was
amazing. I would get
amazing.
walked up on by full someone like, man, dude, I'm gonna die today. They're like, oh, you looking for that? Like, I'm like, yeah, dude, what's up? And they would lead you the right way. Everyone would talk to you. It was the best social place ever until 3 weeks later when people were like, oh, we're about to rob people with phones out. And I was like, shit.
Yeah, we
They
need
onto
to.
us.
Yeah, really, no, but that really was a thing.
Yeah.
especially
So what did
when I
happen?
think
Like, I don't remember. I
What they
don't
would
remember
do
that
is
at all.
they'd set up incense or set up the whatever
They set up
the
the
bonuses.
The lures. So
Yeah.
people will show
You
up
go
to
to
lures.
these weird areas, like where I used to live I used to live in the jungles.
Yeah, like
there
more
was this
isolated
park
areas.
where all the way in the back by the baseball field, which was like next to the train tracks on some sketchy
Oh,
shit,
shit.
was a lure.
In their defense, though, that's natural selection, though.
Yeah, that is. If you're dumb enough to go back there
Yeah.
at 9 o'clock at night,
Even
that's
if
your
it's a
fault.
The park
program.
down the street from you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like
natural.
this
That's
sketchy-
natural selection.
Sketchy shit.
There's been a couple times where I used to get off work at 3 a.m. and like a park near my house was lured in the middle. And I'm like, if I had a Jeep right now, I would drive there. But
Yeah,
I'm
You know,
not
and
walking there.
just on that note, today, no one's out playing Pokemon Go anymore. You just see people just drive up to the spot and they're parked. And then they're talking to each other outside through the window.
People are still playing Pokemon.
Well, they're
No,
but
they're
not
playing, but he's
like
like, they're not
out and
actively
about.
walking anymore.
But they're in their cars. This
Nah,
is
man.
like six
Yes,
people today.
yes,
That was different because that was a raid train.
yeah, that was a raid train.
Okay.
But last week it was community day, and I was walking at Target, and some like middle-aged white lady was like, "Oh, where you're playing Pokemon Go?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's community day for whatever Pokemon. What was it, Routes?"
Yeah.
Ross, yeah.
And she was like, "Oh my god, I forgot." She pulled out her phone, started walking with me to IKEA to play. Dude, that's
Oh
just
my
it's still slightly
It
living.
has
That's
it, but that's what I'm
funny.
saying. But it's like that's
That was
a
random as
community.
hell.
Has anybody tried the Harry Potter game? Because I have. And
Nope.
I'm just gonna say, don't. Just.
I downloaded.
That's
it.
actually the only person we know. Myra, have you played the Harry Potter game?
I downloaded it.
You tried to play it and you were like, what the shit? like,
I don't want to play it.
There's
Like-
a lot of reading involved.
and there's a lot of you don't catch. You basically draw a design.
Well,
It doesn't do
you don't,
anything.
you don't draw the sign. You wave spell.
No, it ain't even spells.
Don't
It's
even.
a design.
I know,
How
don't-
did-
But it's supposed to mimic that you're doing this.
No,
man.
it ain't.
Don't take
it
away.
does
from
not.
that.
It does not. I don't have any flick in my wrist at all.
They should have done something with the phone, like
Yeah,
you know,
like,
that would've been
Nah,
interesting.
It ain't the future yet, though.
That's gonna be like they didn't give people straps for that. It's gonna be flying on
Yeah.
some-
Yeah, but if you can do all this to calibrate your phone, they can at least do this so you can.
Yeah, really.
move
That's
it.
how you calibrate your phone.
Yeah,
It's
Maybe
like
I'm
that,
just a fan.
so.
I don't know.
Like with Google Maps, right?
Yeah.
That's how Google Maps
Go.
locate yourself.
I thought it was like
All right.
this.
No, that's how you. That's
Funny joke for audio podcast.
Yeah, it goes forever.
That was for my boys, dog. That
That was for the boys.
That was for my boys.
All right, can we go back to the worst thing that's ever happened though? To
Yeah.
the fandom?
Well, he told us
The
his. Well, yours. You already went yours.
Yeah, it's
The
dead.
stab.
just dead.
That's a good. I don't know, dude. Let me think about that a little bit. Y'all got anything else?
Watching Titans.
Wasn't that bad?
It started off. It started off as a dumpster fire.
If that's the worst thing that happened to your fandom, though, like,
Oh, pull this
you have it
down.
so good.
Yeah, really.
Mm.
Would you tell you what the worst thing happened to my fandom was? Hiatuses. I survived Gantz. I started reading Gantz from the jump. And I fought through 10 years of fucking hiatuses.
Gantz is
10
pretty
goddamn
okay,
years.
manga.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
No, he said Gantz.
Gantz had 10 years of from start to finish. There was a 3-year period where one day I just looked up and was like, oh shit, there's a new chapter. It got back in. I had to commit to that shit. I hate hiatuses, especially the Soul Eater and Air Gear. The fact that they
shout out
rushed
to
out.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Shout outs to Kingdom Hearts 3.
That's
For-
a hiatus, man.
That was a hiatus.
Y'all really dick niggas on that one. I'm not
Y'all made 2 consoles and promised it on 2 different consoles. Y'all got niggas to buy multiple consoles.
We don't wanna talk
What's it
about
on?
This is
They did finesse y'all.
Holy
No, you don't even know. This nigga was ready. He was ready for it. He was like, it's coming out this year. I got this. And then it was like,
Marcus didn't get played though. He
like
got,
two
he got
systems.
a PlayStation 3 for it.
PS3 and PS4 machine.
Oh, I got PS4 God of War.
Oh,
I still have my God of War copy.
Not as much as you got a keyboard.
No, Marcus didn't
And
get
then you got it for the Xbox.
Marcus' ankles did get broken to play Kingdom
Wow.
Hearts 3.
I was so pissed.
What'd you say?
Marcus' ankles did get broken trying to keep up with
That's
more
probably
years
the worst
to
thing
get
for you,
That's the worst thing that happened to your family.
That was your hand
Yeah.
fandom. The fact that Kingdom Hearts came out on the Xbox One.
No, I'm actually happy it came out on the Xbox
Oh,
One.
I know, but still, you committed time and page. You
Oh
bought
my God.
no. The worst person is the ones who bought the 17 different versions of the same 3 games. The Kingdom Hearts 1.1, 2.7,
Oh,
7.16
yeah.
remix over
365.
Sleeps 1945 HD remixes. Like
Half
fuck.
of these names I don't know what the fuck they even mean. It's like, what do you mean?
I want an encyclopedia to explain to me where they got the name from. Why does it correlate to the story?
Kingdom Hearts 365 by Edward and Jacob, Team Jacob. Something.
Right?
Yeah. Shit was awful.
wow.
Marcus,
Yeah,
I think that's the worst thing that happened to your.
Kingdom Hearts
sounds
was
worse
the
than
worst thing
Titans.
That
sounds
sound
worse than
Yeah, that
Titans.
sounds way worse.
Waiting
Because
10 years for a game is
What
worse
was
than
it?
Titans.
You finesse
the-
so hard, like, oh my
Like,
god.
The Wild
Yes.
took like 4 years, right? About 4 years, and I hadn't bought a new system since the PlayStation 3, so I didn't buy a Wii. I didn't buy a Wii U, and I'm like, it's gonna drop on another system, so I waited because I knew something like that was gonna happen.
Yeah, but even if you had gotten the Wii, you wouldn't have gotten fucked as much as Marcus because it came out on both.
It
Yeah,
did,
that's
but
the thing,
load
it's like-
times were horrible.
I know, but you still would have
Probably
gotten
did
it
that
like
on
Marcus. That
purpose
has to
too,
get
because
in
they
there.
didn't
Yeah.
want people playing on it. So like, we're gonna fuck it up for you, so you guys can get.
No, it
started.
wasn't on purpose. The Wii U just really sucks ass compared to
Does
the
it?
Switch by like a lot.
Wait, does Breath of the Wild on the Wii U?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. That seems like a dumb idea.
No, they promised it.
They
for
promised it, so they kept good on it.
No, I mean, I guess some parts of it would be good with the.
both. Yeah, almost everything will still be the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, like,
Have you
so
thought
I'm
of
not
what was
holding
the
my
worst thing that
breath
happened
when
to your-
Oh, dude,
they dropped
I'm
the
so-
second trailer
the
for
thing's
Breath
like-
of the Wild 2. I'm like,
No, wait till
So
next
thinking,
season.
I don't know.
we'll see when it comes out.
That one I'm pretty sure
I'm
it's gonna be on the
but
Switch.
did any
Yeah,
of
but a lot of
y'all
stuff to come out before
Air
that.
Gear? Seriously, like, any of y'all know that one?
No.
I read it a long time ago.
Yeah, but they did that in the anime where it was like, oh, we're gonna do 13 episodes, and they can make you seem like that was the end of the series, but we're really gonna release 300 more episodes in a manga that no one knows about.
300.
300 episodes of Air Gear. It has an ending. The ending is so ape shit it doesn't make sense.
Wait, like actual anime or we're
Like
talking
the
about
manga, the manga ends where like they're fighting. They remove all gravity off the planet for fucking 5 minutes. Shit goes real. There's like 7 extra teams of superpowered
Jesus
niggas.
Christ.
The villains are the good guys. The good guys are the villains. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but I was like, why couldn't I get that on TV?
Yeah.
Oh,
Anime,
man.
just like Bleach. Bleach fucked me the worst. Bleach fucked me the worst. I committed
Not
too
a
much
Bleach
time
guy.
to Bleach to not get the end of that anime in a series.
Oh, it's
God.
Konosuba.
No.
Huh?
We're season 3, fam.
What?
I know.
Konosuba.
I feel that one.
Which
I feel
one?
that one.
Konosuba.
Konosuba.
We're season 3. I
What's
think
Konosuba?
You need
I
to
heard
watch
it
that,
was
Eddie.
Yeah?
Did you hear?
Really?
Well, double check the facts right now, but
Alright.
I heard there might be a
Which-
Konosuba.
Let's call it.
Eduardo, you need to check
It's a
Konosuba.
isekai anime.
It's
a
one of the
comedy.
funniest motherfuckers ever.
My
It's
thing
better,
was,
it's better than Bleach, fam.
but they took Steven Universe off of Hulu. Hurt me. I'm
It's
still
still
kind of.
on Hulu.
No, it's not. It's only the first 2 seasons.
No,
No, it doesn't go past
it
I
goes
Am Mother.
past. No,
No.
I've looked.
I literally was
Okay,
trying
hey.
to watch this 2 days ago.
We'll
It's
check-
go-
we'll
it
check
stops
in
at
a
I
bit.
Am Mother.
Because
We'll
he
fact
said,
check
she
this
said.
later.
We'll fact check.
Well, fast check. Well,
I'm
edit
still
that
trying to think. I mean, maybe I
They're about to
guess.
come out with a movie, and I'm
Yeah.
stuck like 2 seasons behind where the show ended or is ending or where it
Yeah,
is.
this movie's gonna be dope. Like,
And-
I need to
He
watch
looks
it.
amazing.
I guess maybe I'm gonna
I didn't see
say
the trailer.
for my worst things, beside I don't know, maybe Halo 5. I guess that's the only thing that comes to mind. Is like
it that
this
bad?
bad thing, disappointment.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I never played the story.
Yeah, that's all I usually play for. Well, no, that's a
Like,
lie. I
I
play with
jumped
these
in on
guys.
your guys'
but-
story when y'all played, but I
yeah,
really don't.
but that's. I mean, I'm sure there's something else. I just can't think of anything. But that's the first
Gears
one
of
that
War
comes to
Judgment.
mind.
When they made
Passed it.
all the
Haven't
Gears
played
of
it.
War games the same, and then decided we're gonna make this one control like Call of Duty.
Is that what happened?
Yeah,
I never played it.
Completely different control.
100%.
It was a completely different control mechanics.
It was just kind of like all the Batman games, and then they had Batman Origins, which was kind of ass compared to the other ones. They didn't really spend time on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't
They didn't
like-
really make it worth like to give it the title. They just kind of
It was. That's
like,
why it
get a
wasn't
game
three.
out there of the
It's
series.
called
Gotcha,
Judgment,
gotcha.
not 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why we do the actual next one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which I thought was.
What about you
bitch
guys?
move.
What about you?
Worst thing that ever happened to my fandom, as we joked earlier, this is actually true. Me when I betrayed my fandom. I've said my fandom is Xbox. I spend the most on Xbox. I spend the most time on Xbox.
That nigga sold his Xbox.
And one day I sold my Xbox to take out a girl on a Valentine's Day.
Oh,
I
not
remember
this.
this.
So
Wow.
Sad time. Let's go.
it's not sad time.
Sad
It's
minute.
That was
Xbox is greater than love because that shit ended, and they still got an Xbox.
Not just one, two, and one of them is unopened.
Technically 3 with the one
Yeah.
open one.
But that was one thing where I asked that girl. I've been
think I
trying to get her
remember
for a
that.
long time,
I
and I was like, "Oh," she said, "Yeah, I need some funds, cause I
Was
really
this Del
like her."
Taco chick?
No.
When you were at Del Taco?
We're not gonna say any names. We'll tell you later.
We're gonna say that bitch's name.
So this
But I
is
saw
Del Taco.
I saw my
No, it's
Xbox to take her out. Didn't work out. We dated a year later for like fucking 3 weeks, and that was. So I was the worst thing to happen to a fandom because I betrayed my fandom that never treated me wrong
Wow.
ever.
I mean, they have released. I mean,
Sponsor us,
yeah.
Microsoft.
Oh yeah, Microsoft. I really love y'all. They
I ain't
never
gonna lie.
did me dirty.
He
I ain't
actually
gonna lie.
he has a hat. He's wearing a hat right now.
He'll name his firstborn child after you.
Yeah.
As long as you don't ask him to
I
name
did
it
them
Turok.
I don't know. I can't think of anything like. Really, to be honest, it's just only.
Yeah, you and Marcus
Anything that's
came
been
with some
canceled?
weak.
I got some weak
Yeah.
shit.
I
Dude.
got
He
one.
said, see,
You had to do it for him. Like,
He
I
said
don't know.
Titus was kind of whack.
Do you guys remember anything from me?
For your
Attack
fandom?
on Titans?
No, like he said.
Titans.
Oh, Teen Titans.
Oh.
No, he said Titus, the
Okay.
live action DC show. He said it wasn't as good as he thought it was.
But
gonna be.
fuck you for Attack on
okay.
Titans. You money me. You money mic'd me. You goddamn, you moneyed me, you motherfucker.
Did I?
Yes.
What?
You accidentally told me the entire premise of the show.
Oh, you're welcome, though.
I mean, I am, but it's like, okay. Question: which one was the worst when you realized how it was gonna go down? Attack on Titans or Big O?
Big O.
Because when I heard the last episode of Big O, I almost made me punch a TV.
One, to be honest, didn't care about either.
Big O was the shit.
Big O broke me.
Big
Yeah,
O
that's pretty
really
cool.
fucked my life up when
I
I
didn't
realized
know.
that was the end.
All
The
right.
reason I
I'm
didn't
gonna
care.
say it. What the hell's Big O?
Big O is a mech show. An
It was
old
an
school
old
anime mech
school,
show.
like,
And they find
I
out.
I knew it was an anime. I'm like,
I just
okay,
wasn't
didn't
sure
watch
which
it.
one. I couldn't.
so basically, it was
I
one
could've
about the
done it.
negotiator. The deal with there was the negotiator, and he
We'll
was
show
like-
you later. We'll show
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll show you
you might
later.
have
But
to
the
show me
premise
some
was
stuff later.
they're trapped in a TV show.
I just see it later.
Spoiler
I don't know what you're
alert.
talking about.
We already said spoiler.
Yeah, no. The premise was basically throughout the
Overarching
series,
spoiler for anything
Yeah.
else.
Everybody didn't have memories of a certain period before. They just had what they had now. And at the end, they basically figure out that they were trapped in the Truman Show. They got canceled, so they wiped their memories.
Shout out to Dallas.
What? Why Dallas?
Wasn't that the show that ended with they like retcon that some guy died or something?
I think so.
Yeah, what's
Where
Dallas?
like she wakes up and he's showering and he was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" Bitch,
Like
I'm
JJ's
like,
death, right? Wasn't that the thing?
Yeah, I think so.
I was gonna say yeah.
But for Calvin,
If
I think
anybody
the
was
worst
old
thing in
enough to
your
remember
fandom-
that show,
Oh,
Dallas, can
Nope.
we just have some hit us up? Because none of us are old enough to have seen
I
Dallas
never seen
on
Dallas. I just
television.
know of it.
Like Dallas ended when I was born, so fuck the rest of it.
But I can't
I'm
help you out
sitting
right
here in
now.
confusion.
But I could help out Calvin. His fandom's probably the worst thing. Fandom is that anime. Some anime will show up, be amazing, but never get next other seasons.
That's
or
what I was
finish.
just talking about.
I know, but I'm saying for
That-
his thing
for-
specifically. Because I can't think of something for
Me
you.
neither,
right
dude.
now.
That's
So I guess
weird.
you've had a
I can't-
perfect life.
Those fuckers on the internet who see an anime and they're like, "Oh my god, that's sexualized. That's what the fuck are they doing?" And it's like, did you read it? Have you seen it? Yeah, they're all like this. Just because the anime chick has big boobs or they're doing something and they're making the sounds, that's a whole nother language.
No, I'm not defending you.
No,
That is
I'm
just
not.
something
Yeah, that's
true.
on you,
No,
dog.
I get what he's saying on this.
Take
There's
my
this-
argument.
No, he gets a little annoyed because there's a constant perception of sexuality as not being a normal everyday thing in our lives.
Yeah, but
for
dude,
some
come on.
reason, when you attach to a cartoon media, everybody wants to get all dramatic, like
That too.
like we ain't watching Westworld and True Blood and
I
know,
titties on
too
Game
much
of
shit.
Thrones.
I know, but
It's a
it's just,
cartoon.
I think the difference is because
us as Americans need to get off our high.
no, the thing is, I think the
Accept
biggest
it.
the biggest issue is
cartoon.
because we have all that stuff, but the problem with anime is a lot of these girls are
no.
girls.
Okay, let's be no. The
No,
real,
no,
the
no.
real, the
The
real
people
The
who
issue
thing.
are
is we're
watching it.
Americans and we don't-
No, that's not the issue. You guys are bullshitting. You guys are waves. Let's be real. Their issue is that these shows like Game of Thrones, Westworld, all that shit, they use sex part of the story. The anime uses legit hella fan service like Kill la Kill.
Yeah,
What's that new
yeah.
isekai
It's fan
with
service.
No,
when the mom goes into
Oh
the thing?
yeah, I think.
Like,
See, but I
no,
don't
it's
watch
just
a lot
it's
of
this
those.
anime does it over the top
Fan
too
service
much.
and hentai.
But that's the thing. But let's always go back to the fact that you saw more dicks in Dragon Ball, the original series, than in Shin-Chan.
Yeah, but you're not gonna see
But
this
it's
in
like-
anime.
but
You're
that's
gonna
what I'm
see
saying,
oppai and shit.
But
fam.
that's what I'm saying. But you
It's
have to
one sided
understand-
because they know their audience, but they
Yeah,
lean in.
I give you
no,
that.
but they lean into it too
But that's
much.
because they can draw it.
No,
that's really
yeah,
the truth.
They do.
'Cause if
That's
you
why I
can-
haven't watched a lot of
I would
anime.
give
That's why I heard
No,
Kill
and
la
I
Kill
would-
was amazing, but I'm not watching
Oh,
it
actually,
because
I
they're
would say
half
this
naked the whole
honestly.
time.
I would give you
Kill la
that.
Kill
Kill la
was
Kill
good.
was good.
I know, but
it
it's
was
just,
hard
but
for
I'm
me
not
to
gonna
watch.
watch it.
Right?
It was
for
hard
me
to watch. It was hard to watch.
It wasn't even the anime style. I agree with them. It was like y'all could have done this without the excessive reliance of
Yeah,
sexuality.
I heard it's a
but I
good
get
story,
the
but I
metaphor.
don't want
I
to
do
commit
get
to
it,
it.
but there's a metaphor behind it.
Yeah, wrong.
There is a
yeah.
constant metaphor of
Okay.
censorship, and that's what it is. It's a metaphor behind censorship and the controlling of the individual over the mass.
Yeah, Kill
If you
Kill
really
with scissors,
watch
right?
it, yeah,
Yeah.
it's really the whole story is trying to fight against the concept of what is normalized and what is good.
Yeah, sick, safe, bro.
No, but that's but at the same time, let's be 100% honest. The only reason we can use that argument of it's fan service is because they can do that. We can't
I
do
know.
fan service in live action television.
Yeah, you
There's
can.
only so much you can do before you actually have to pay that girl to get a tit job. And let's be real, they do. They really do. They really be
No.
like, go over here, diet. You have to have this much weight loss. You have to
I
have
know,
this much.
but
that's
they,
the same
but
level of
they,
fan
they don't
service.
do it to the extent though.
Yeah, just to
Look.
see. So you can see one scene of this chick's tits. She has to be this much weight.
All I'm saying
I know, but
is
some already come in that like
If you have
a lot of
any
them already are at
precautions
diets
or-
and stuff.
mental things, anything that you perceive is wrong with anime, find an anime, find a genre you like,
Look,
and then just give one show a try.
I love anime, but y'all can't front with me and tell me that there's not so much of it that's
There
a bit
will
No,
be
too
it's
much.
absurd. It's absurd that it's diluting the
But-
actual genre right now.
I know, 'cause
Also-
there's a few things like-
But I think- but it's
Like
on both
have
sides.
you seen the my mother's combo? It's a 1-2 shot or some shit.
What?
That's the one where the guy gets taken into a fantasy world, but his mom gets dragged in there. That one's way too much.
Oh, I know
dude.
what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
look
gonna
it
have
up.
to check into this. No, but that's what I'm saying.
Look
I
it
feel
up. Like
but unfortunately,
it's one of those like I think her mom wants to bang her son
Probably.
type shows.
But the thing is, but
I'm just saying anime
let's
does
be real,
too
but
much
That's
of it.
also out there a normal genre.
Yeah, Queen's White.
That's the thing. You have to
Queen's
remember
Blade, oh
these
my
aren't things
God.
they're creating for American viewers. This is their own shit.
I know, and I'm saying
But that's where we have to stop and look. We have to stop and look at that. That this isn't them making it to sell to Americans. This is something they like as their own place, and we either have to be cool with it or stop fucking with it. We don't watch shows in Indian shows. We don't watch fucking Bollywood. And no one's dissing Bollywood. On
No,
their
I'm-
Have you seen Bollywood movies? They're fucking awesomely ridiculous, and they're 100% fan service. They're just not sexual.
I know, but I'm just saying that's why there's this weird stigma where people they see anime, they're like, oh, isn't that weird hentai show? Well,
it's like-
sometimes maybe.
sometimes, like there's.
Well,
but
you
listen,
know what?
Dude,
The thing
even
is-
sort of online, which became very mainstream in season 2, when their elves are so weird point where the main chick is being like tentacle.
Yeah. See, well, here's the
almost
thing. Like,
Gantz was a hentai.
the thing where you're
But it's
saying,
just things
let's go back
that
to the
like-
point where you were saying that it's for them, but the thing you have to understand with society over there, they're a little behind when it comes to women's rights, and that's a whole other issue.
aren't
The thing-
we?
no, it's true. Not as bad. The thing is, like,
This guy's some
I
feminist.
think I don't think you're really understanding, like, because most of the writers and the artists are men.
Yes.
No, that's the thing. That's because they still have a lot of issues with women's rights over there, and that's a whole other issue I'm not going to get into. But
course.
Yeah, we're not gonna get that.
yeah,
far,
we're not going to
but-
get that into. So you're saying, it's for them, and
But
you're
it's
right.
not a defense, because
But it's not really a defense
But
because
that's what I'm
they
saying.
have a lot of things that they're still trying to figure out, and that's definitely one of the major issues that they have. So
Yeah.
you using that as a defense is a little saying.
Actually, that needs to counter that with that's the issue we're currently having in America.
No, it is.
But
But,
that's
the thing
I
is,
also have to
that's-
point out
well, we're
that
going-
things are now being made for the global
Yeah.
audience, not just
Yeah.
their
Because
audience. it's a
Japan
global
knows
audience.
that there's a market here.
Yeah,
There's a
they
market.
know there's a market.
No,
Because-
but they also know that there's a lot of fools here. Like even me, I fight the best girl wars. I've been there. I've lived it.
Survived.
But they know that there's some
You'll
dudes who
take
are
some-
way
Of
more
course.
into the
Yeah.
sexual thing.
And that I 100% agree with. I'm not.
But that's what
saying
I'm saying. That's where there's a disconnect.
Yeah, so that's why
Because-
I don't know if using it as defense, like you're using, almost
Yeah.
saying "fuck you, women," and
No,
that's
I'm
kind
not.
of.
But this is the thing. I'm not saying about women.
I know, but I'm
Here's
just
the
saying
point I
that's what
wanna
you're saying.
point
Like
out.
it's
Y'all
you're
keep
basically
bringing back
saying it's
women.
okay for that.
No, but y'all keep bringing back women. That's the one point I want to know. Have I said women once?
No, we brought
I
it
said
right now.
sex-
I had to bring it
I
up
said
for you.
sexuality. No, because sexuality is men and women. There is free.
I had to bring that up
or
for
on,
you.
Or on high school, or on high school host
Host
club.
club.
There's men and women on both sides.
I know, but there's a few outliers like Yuri on Ice, and
Yeah.
there's a big guy contender, but then also
No.
a lot of it leads to
But I'm not talking
sexualization.
Once again,
No, I'm just saying the
I-
only difference. The
Yeah.
only
I'm not
difference
cheap jacking our
is that
class.
there's a lot of things that could come in where there's like there's certain shows I could watch in the living room, and if my mom were to walk in, I'd be like, "Dog, fam." If you watch this Game of Thrones, I'm sexy. I'm like, dude, my bad. It's a fantasy show. There's dragons and shit. If I were to like sit there and watch fucking Kill a Kill, I'd be like, all right, mom, you calm me.
That's what I'm saying. I agree.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm
I'm
not
really-
disagreeing.
That's a great
No,
argument.
here's my thing. I'm not disagreeing with the general.
I know, but
consensus,
that's
I'm
just
saying-
the only
'cause,
difference.
like, honestly, when I showed someone Soul Eater the other day, and I couldn't get them past the first episode. I'm like, no, this is not like a reoccurring theme. It's a joke. It's a joke gag they use. It's referencing that women's sexually attractive. These are kids, and they're gonna act them for her.
No, I know, but not all things are
not
that
all things, but
diluted. Because my little sister, I introduced her to shows, but there's some I'm like,
No, but I
yeah,
agree
I'm
with
not
that. But
gonna
at
watch
the same
that
time,
with
there's
you.
some shows in America where it's like, I'm not gonna let someone watch this. Like, let's be real, The Boys. You're not gonna let a 9-year-old watch The Boys.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
In
let
the
my
first-
I'm gonna watch. I want my 15-year-old sister to watch The Boys with me.
But I agree
But
with
I
you.
don't want to watch like that other show I talked to you about where the mom goes in, because there's like scenes where it's like very sexual
graphic.
mother-daughter
Yeah,
undertones.
But but here's what I always lie on that. But that's
Mother-son, sorry.
It's not an
Yeah,
outlier
yeah.
scenario, but
I'd be
that's
cool
a
with that.
genre.
Hey.
But that's but you can't really. That's not really fair to the world. 'cause it's like,
No, but I'm not saying it's fair. I'm just saying those are why
I'm not-
Calvin said
yeah.
he doesn't like that. There's people that say anime, oh that shit, but there's reasons why
But
that's
there
a
is.
thing.
But then
And all
those
I'm
are
trying to
also
tell is
outliers in
give
the
it a
greater
chance.
story.
Yeah, give it a chance, but there's just certain things I'm like, give it a chance, but we're aware there is some stuff out there
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
too.
Yeah, but
Let's
those
be
of
real.
you who
Because there's
are
really great stories like
very new,
Yuri on Ice.
beautiful,
It's beautiful.
Yuri on Ice, My Bride and the Mermaid.
My Bride is a Mermaid, funny comedy.
Konosuba.
Like they have slight sexual undertones, but it's just for comedy, and they don't really lean into them to like a crazy point. Like I love that everyone's in love with Masa, the dude. the main guy who's a boy falls in love with the dude.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just so manly. Like there's things like that. But I'm saying that with anime, there's always just things that are a bit too. Like when I was watching Sword Art Online. And then season 2, tentacles started coming out, and
Yeah, I was like,
I was like,
That's unnecessary.
I was like, why?
But I feel
have
like I
this
feel like
here?
I feel like that
That's
I don't
Because I
agree.
like that show.
Yeah.
But then season 2 got a bit.
See, but this is what you guys are disconnecting from me. I'm not talking about general sex and sex. I'm talking about the sexuality. Like he said, boobs go boing. Get over your fucking self.
I know, but
That's
that's,
what I'm not talking about.
But I'm saying
killing,
that's not what people.
like High School of the Dead.
That's
High
not what
School of the
people.
Dead.
That's not what people are fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anime
that's
shit.
not the battle. Me and Los, we're not
Yeah.
standing on that battle.
Oh, I'm talking about. I
boobs
agree
are
with you.
going.
Like, I'm talking about Kill la Kill Extreme.
Yeah,
But High School of the Dead got destroyed for being overly fan service. I was like, yeah,
that was a bit over fancy. I
It was,
didn't like
it was,
it because of
but
that.
it was like. If
For
you
me, it
can
just
take
distracted
away
from the story, though.
It did. That's what I'm saying. It was just like it was more of a distraction than a necessity. So I'm like, I can see you getting angry about that, but some of these are kind of just like people trip over the size of tits of a character, and I'm like, I get that. You guys would be like, that's objective to women. But that's only if you're looking for a reason to objectify women. Some of these characters that you will see with the largest tits are main characters, stronger
I know,
characters.
but they could be that.
Like they
without-
could, they could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Like
It's not-
example.
no, we're done.
Here's the
Anime.
thing.
We
No,
too
I'm
much.
gonna-
No,
here's
we're
the
done.
thing.
Anime. We're done.
Look, it's a tie then. 'cause
Yeah,
we're
we
not
got-
gonna-
we got too
we're
much
not
into
gonna
anime.
convince you, You're not gonna convince us.
We got too much into anime when it wasn't really about that. Yeah, we got too much into anime when it wasn't about
I
that.
gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all. But I don't know. Do you guys want to continue with anything else?
Well, I don't know what else there's left for the geek.
I don't know. I
What
think
are
we
we
got
now,
too
the
much
geeks?
into anime at the end. A little.
We'll see how this one gets edited.
Yeah, we'll see.
No, what you could do, I admit though, anime is becoming a
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
one of the biggest
It
part of
is.
geekdom.
You're right. You're right.
Video games makes the most
But
money every
one
year.
of the things
and
like
anime's coming in.
I don't know if we really touched it, but we kind of did. But how society sees us geeks. Also, I don't know if we really kind of got really into how geekness and did we influences our personal lives? Did we really do that?
Some because that's
Some
all
of-
we do.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's how we
yeah,
spend our
something
money.
great,
That's how we
yeah.
spend
Do
our
you
time.
want to try
The society
society
one, to be honest, it's not even an issue anymore. And to be honest, that was almost never an issue for me growing up.
Yeah.
I used to get, when I was in middle school, one time I was talking to my homie, shout out to you, Costa, about Avatar: The Last Airbender. Some hood fool showed up, and I was like, dude, you still better start some shit. He was like, hey, you're talking about that shit with that kid that throws air? I'm like, dog, are you watching that shit? And he was like, yeah, my friends don't talk about it. And I was like, come in, dog.
Come
You're
here.
all
You're
in
safe
now.
here.
Shout out to
Alright,
Kamara.
geek guns creating bonds everywhere.
No, but
Yeah,
honestly, our
Yeah, definitely for Naruto.
like our gap of
Nice.
geekdom, we were the last ones that actually realized that everybody else was kind of being fake.
Yeah,
Like we
because
started noticing, like, wait a second, I remember you wearing a Goku shirt 3 years ago. Why you acting brand new?
yeah, for real.
Like,
So that's why I think it wasn't as much as issue as I'm sure it was in the 70s and 80s.
yeah,
I think we luckily got into the golden age of
yeah, like 5 dudes on the football team played Yu-Gi-Oh with me,
yeah.
like with a straight face. Like they were sitting at the tables instead of playing with like chilling with the football players.
They're like, I do that.
And they Lettermans too. That was the crazy part. Remember that
Yeah,
one
dude.
dude, George, that one big fool? He was like the starting lineman.
Dude, there was people I had no association with, but when Naruto came up, they will talk to me about it, because that was just this fucking jam in like middle school and high school.
But,
That was the shit to talk about.
but that's what I'm saying. Hey, you want to say weirdest one? I remember when I was in middle school, dudes were collecting those fucking McDonald's Furby keychains.
Nice.
So when it comes down to the paperwork of what is popular or not, it's all popular, and that's the thing. That's why I was like saying earlier, when I feel like I get annoyed when people talk about geekdom, like it's cool now when they were the ones talking shit.
Yeah,
like
I
they
feel
didn't
that.
want to wear skinny jeans their whole lives.
I still talk shit about certain.
But that's because you're an asshole, though.
I know, but even though everything's cool, sometimes I'm just like, y'all gotta chill.
Some stuff is
I feel
Some
like
just like y'all gotta
extremeness, an unpersonal body pillow. I don't care if you have one. I'm not judging you, but I personally always never understood it. Especially if you got a girlfriend. I don't deal with girlfriends and body pillows that just confuse the shit out of me.
Cause one don't judge you, bro. One won't make you sell your Xbox.
Touche.
Come on, bro.
That body pillow. will make
Oh,
you
shout
sell
out
your Xbox.
High School Video Game Club. Let's go.
Oh yeah, for real. But I'm just saying, I think
So-
society, we got lucky that we grew up in kind of the golden age of everyone being cool with it and nostalgia coming back, so everyone's cool with all type of geekdom.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the shit that we.
And all the coolest people watch Game of Thrones. They were into the finale. You could talk to literally almost anyone,
They got an opinion about
and
it.
they got an opinion. Like
Everybody was-
either they were
Yeah,
into it, or they're like, oh no, I don't like it because of this, but I do watch this other shit.
You see how hyped everybody got when Rocco Modern Life got that little movie?
Not
Dude, have you seen it?
Not a fan.
It
not a movie.
it was a mini thing, yeah, but it was.
So
I
about Vader
enjoyed
Sam,
it.
have you
Vader
seen that?
I have
Zoom.
not
Yeah.
seen it yet. I was waiting for
We
that
saw
one.
it yesterday.
I kind of
Yeah,
low key
fuck
want
y'all.
to start from the series. I want to
I
watch
was
the
at
whole
work.
series before
I looked at it, I'm like, fuck.
Oh,
Yeah,
we didn't go with him. This has to invite us to another sim preview after it sold out. He sent us the link. So we grouped up and watched it ourselves.
I fell asleep 30 minutes in.
Hey, then what up?
Hey, was tired.
Yeah.
He was a tired boy. But yeah, I think that wraps it up. I think we have more than enough.
Yeah.
You good
Well,
luck,
there's
editor.
like 3 segments.
Good
that
luck,
are gonna-
editor.
That one's gonna take a while.
I've got a question.
up?
I got a question.
What's up?
What do you guys think? Or what point? Because it's got to be. I don't think it was the video games. I really think it was cinema. But at what point do you think where it's finally blended, where it was like
Disney
they
got up
couldn't
in
tell the
this.
difference? Like they watched it, and they're like, God, da, da. Y'all realize this is a 46 comic book series?
It's-
Like Watchmen, people love the
Nah,
Watchmen. Did
it's
not
video
realize.
games, dog.
But do you really feel it was the video
I
games?
think it's video games because I think
Because old
I-
people don't play video
no,
games.
because
but
I think a lot of people. Well, it's mostly with the generations. At least our generation, it was video games because a lot of people they weren't into video games. Video games were like dorky and shit, but they bought Madden, they bought FIFA. But then when like shit like Call of Duty came out, people just started fucking
Fuck yeah.
Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, Madden, and FIFA got people
Red
into
Dead,
consoles.
Red Dead Redemption.
And then that kind of got their feet wet with like, oh, it's probably not the worst shit to play like
there's
Call
other
of
shit
Duty.
out there.
And then they started other random shit, movies, and then that's when it became a bit. I think it was video games. I think Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, and FIFA Madden that got them to get the console that eventually led them to get Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto. I think that kind of slowly put people
I feel that.
Like, people weren't ashamed to say, oh, dude, I'm about to go play San Andreas. Go over to my house. We'll take turns every death and hold off the control.
Okay, I love that.
So,
I know,
that's a very
so at least for our ages, that's what did it. Video games really kind of saturated the thing where, like, oh, you play consoles? Oh, yeah, me too. I fucking play San Andreas and fucking Madden.
And now it's Fortnite. You can Apex Legends.
Yeah.
You know, everybody.
All the coolest kids. Even my sister's
Apex.
school, she plays Fortnite and Minecraft and Apex with like every fucking kid at their school because they all play it because that's just the norm.
Our manager's a ranking player.
And for,
You gotta not know that.
for the older generations, there was a bit of like Marvel movies coming into the light.
That's what I think it was. I really.
But there was also the acceptance of like the new Star Trek series coming back and more Star Wars and then wanting it their kids and they just kind of.
I think
it
video
was
games set the wheel. Of
yeah,
the ball
and I
rolling,
think
then the movies
that
came in
thing
later.
that you said earlier, where like, oh shit, we've been fronting. I do play that shit too. Wait, you know about all this geeky shit? Because I kind of fuck with it. I used to have a teacher who he was kind of straight, just did his work, all that shit. But end of the year, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna bring my console and whoop whoever wants.
Who wants this smoke?
Yeah,
Who wants this
we're
smoke?
like, dude, what the fuck? He was like, well, I'm your teacher, so I never told y'all about who wants this heat. So it was shit like that.
Wow.
Did he serve up that heat
And
time?
he kind of served it.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like,
we had one kid in the class who was a fucking video game, like, he was that geeky black kid.
Yeah.
We're like, all right, this was gonna take him down. Fool got finesse. He got pick six. He got rushed from the left, from the right. Zone blitz. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about, but dude, he got
do. I'm
crushed.
like,
Yeah, he got crushed.
What ruined his boy's dream?
Wow.
so basically, he just got draw four, wild.
But I think how cheap video games, compared to before, became that really blurred the lines. And everyone, even if it was Madden, you were still kind of like, yeah, I play Madden, and they thought it was geek, but they're like, all right, well, everyone else does. So then they started fucking around with
Dude,
other shit,
I
like Call of
actually-
Duties and stuff.
I want to say it was commercials then. Because let's be
Well, yeah,
real,
'cause-
it was when they started doing those Madden commercials and
Yeah.
the Xbox commercials with FIFA and what's Forza, and they were like having
Yeah, even, they
celebrities.
even got hard
What
dudes
was
in
it?
there.
Who was it
that
playing?
fuck
Who was
around.
it was playing Halo? Or it was
Dude,
it was
I
fucking no, it was
don't
Snoop
remember
Dogg versus someone else, and I want to say it was a commercial.
I know what commercial talking about the Rose.
It was Snoop Dogg, and I think it was Bob Barker came out of the which just whooped everyone's ass.
Maybe, but yeah, and
But it was like,
games like FIFA Street and NFL Blitz, shit like that.
why is NFL Street not
Right?
No, fuck
Shit.
Blitz,
And
NFL
dude,
Street.
even if you ever had like a cholo or a hood cousin, they'll be like, "Oh shit, you got fucking like NBA Jam or Blitz." Like, all right, let's run this shit.
Shit, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, and dude,
Yeah, dude. To be
so
honest, like,
I feel like it was
Yeah,
video
and
games
dude-
kind of saturated, like people thinking, yeah, that's nerdy, but I'm down to go play Mortal Kombat or NFL
Yeah.
I went from
Blitz.
going to the
It's-
arcades
Or I want to be on fire in NBA Jam as Bill Clinton. Like,
yeah, dude.
that was the thing, man.
And it's
Wow.
wild because when I used to work at GameStop, you like Compton and shit.
Yeah.
And I used to get some like hood ass motherfucker like, dude, this guy can fuck me up. And you just go over there and gets like some RPGs or some shit like, oh
What?
Like,
Yeah.
it's like some
Harvest
random
Moon
shit, and it's just
is a
like,
surprisingly popular
and it's
game.
like you get some random shit, not just sports, and it's like,
Because you
holy
get a lot of
crap.
people that bought it for Madden, but once they get kind of burnt out, they're in the losing streak. They're like, I'm gonna go try some other.
Yeah,
shit.
dude, and
And
it's
honestly,
wild,
free
man.
games
It's
with
pretty,
gold.
it's
You'd
cool.
be shocked at how many
Games
people
with
started
gold,
playing
yeah.
a whole new genre. Like my girl, she didn't know how to play games in Access, so she can't play any shooters. Can play. She only play racing games, and like she started honestly Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Got her getting the handle the Access. She can actually play a shooting game.
That's
now.
what I'm telling you, dude. I think video games really kind of
Yeah.
forefront, like making people kind of cool because it's kind of nerd, but it's so technology based and it looks so cool. People are like, all right, this is
And their
cool.
sports and their
then-
shooting
yeah,
and
and
their
it's stuff that they're okay with. And once they already own the system, they're like, why pay like a
Can-
couple $100 for this console?
Can I
Might as
say
well
the
use
Blu-ray player then?
I'm not just gonna play Madden. I'm gonna go. Pick
Yeah.
up.
Can I go a little farther than and say the Blu-ray player? Because let's be real, 100. Most people, a lot of good majority of those people that got those consoles that end up being gamers, bought it because they needed a Blu-ray player.
Well,
I don't know about that. I think that's an addition to it, but I don't think it
Before
is.
that is because the Blu-ray player happened during the PS.
Yeah, so I don't think
Xbox
that's
360,
really-
But I'm telling you, a lot of
I
people
know
jumped
PS2,
jumped in when NBA Jam, Blitz, and FIFA Street were thing, and those didn't come out in those consoles.
Yeah,
So I think it was just
I'll
that.
give
man.
you
Yeah,
that.
it's just video games.
So video games really kind of forefront the acceptable thing of like, yeah, I play this shit.
And they shouldn't get any flack from it.
But honestly,
Nah, we're gonna fuck you up later, Kyle. Look at him playing video games.
Super mature too over the last couple years. Like they've been, video games are more, I feel, socially responsible in a sense than most other medias. As crazy as it gets,
Well, they do touch way heavier subject matter now that there's a lot of more.
But they
video
touch
games
it
before were
more
just
tastefully.
like do this again and replace, but now
Yeah.
you have like legit directors
Like
and
Call of Duty
storytellers.
shooting
Yeah,
the,
so
the
that one-
airport
It's.
scene
I think
from-
this can be like its own subject, to be honest, because I feel like we can get
Yeah,
into it.
because
But,
that's what. But yeah,
yeah, but
if
the-
it's for this though, like Geekdom now, a lot of it is so much acceptable because
yeah, and the thing is like because you're right, like it's a lot about story
Yeah.
world, storytelling now, and you do have actual directors and actual people that are trying to drive story with their video
Those
games, and I think
Telltale
that's
series,
awesome.
For
It's
Christ's
like,
sakes, those Telltale
I mean,
series
that's
make
too,
money.
but just other stuff, and it's wild when you think about it. It's like when you think about storytelling and all this stuff, you say automatically, "Oh, movies, Hollywood." Is like, no, it's actually in video games now, and that's like a big forefront in this, and it's huge industry too. As much as a bad, do you have? I think a lot of good coming from it, but definitely big companies needed to like.
He has a
Show more
point.
respect.
He has a point with Telltale though, because when Walking Dead blew up as a TV show, they're like, "Oh, there's this Telltale game with Walking Dead. I like that show." And they're like, "Oh, that has nothing to do with the show," but they got invested in it, and then they play more shit, and that's just how
Game
they
of
keep
Thrones, Telltale,
they keep
like,
getting people, man.
True
they
that.
really, but and it's like even those like, fucking, I know people don't like playing video games, but to watch a Telltale game, fucking, how many people Twitch stream that don't play video games? Like really, if you can see, like if they could put a button to decide, like I watch Twitch feeds, but I don't play any games, and you can click that when you join Twitch, and they could gauge that, you would see a way huger spike than you would have seen probably 10 years ago in the idea of watching like G4 Tech TV.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Wow, really though.
Good times.
Really though, because I actually grew up on the G4 Cinematech was my shit.
Damn.
Right?
The internationals this weekend, and I haven't watched anything. And I don't play Dota, but I watch the international every year,
I mean,
which
Dota's
is the
an
World
interesting-
Championship of Dota.
I mean,
man.
But it's just so like
Damn,
acceptable
Dota.
now, man.
Yeah.
I don't play Dota.
That's right.
I don't know what's happening in these matches. Like I
But
literally
they
don't
just
know
look fun
who's
to watch.
winning. But they're just playing for so much money, and there's so much money put into the thing with different cameras. But I think that's what it is.
but that's just like, look at that.
But
Fortnite
this-
just was a.
We might have to take this as a topic though, because
Yeah.
it is getting pretty.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you too for showing up.
That's
you guys
the
for
button,
this.
that's really
Yeah,
good.
dude. And that's it. Losers Quest out. Any less?
Bye.
There you go.
Oh, missed it!